Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to another fantastic show here on Crafters TV. My, oh my, what an exciting day. It is the launch of a brand new Sara signature collection, and it's one we know you're going to love. Well, you love all things vintage. We love all things butterflies. The Schmetterlings are out in force. And I'm here with my very own favourite little Schmetterling herself. Debbie Robinson's here with me in the studio. How are you, Debbie?
Oh, I'm so excited! Look, I've even dressed up for the occasion.
You are.
Thought I'd put my butterfly top on just for today.
You look like you're going to fly away.
I know, I literally do. I'm honestly super honoured, super excited. Can't wait to get stuck in with one of Sara's finest collections to date, which is just beautiful. I'm going to show you a few of my little makes, what I've got planned in this next 3 hours.
3 hours,
say
Debbie.
that again. 3-hour launch with the most beautiful Sara signature collection, which is all about those vintage butterflies. So straight off, this is going to be what, in fact, I'm going to kickstart with this one. We've got beautiful layered butterflies on this collection. I'm going to do one with the gorgeous embossing folder. Can I just tell you, Joe, one of my favourite embossing folders that we've done in a long time. And I love embossing folders, so that's a big, bold statement in itself. We've got stamps in this collection with lovely little accessory pieces as well. What else have we got, Joe? Oh, let me put that one there. We've got this beautiful, almost like a postage stamp kind of
cute,
die.
isn't it?
Absolutely beautiful. And again, the wings on this butterfly lift up as well, so it gives you that lovely cutting, but almost like a floating element to it. We've got a double-sided die in this collection as well, so that for me is just going to make life so much easier in terms of the crafting capabilities. We've got stamp and dies, so you can do your little resist techniques and things like
cute,
that.
Debbie.
So we've got...
It is £50 is what you're saving on 63.30. You are going to US. Now, I know lots of you love already. So what you can do if you want to, just in one click, you can add the extra 12 by 12, the extra A4 per lesson, and also the 8 by 8 vellums. Oh, there they are, just over there, those little Schmetterlings. So you get an extra one of those. So you get 2 of the 12 by 12, 2 of the A4, and then 2 of the vellums as well. And these are details here on your screen, Georgina. Let's just hear those details for the extra paper pad bundle for you. There you are. So it's Sara Special Vintage Butterflies collection with the extra papers. This one is outselling the other one 3 to 1. Nearly all of you are going for this one with the extra papers in there. £147.99, £184.76, free postage and packaging, free shipping and handling. If you want to go and build your own bundle, if you spend £50 or dollars, you'll save 10%. This one, though, got the 25% saving on it. Debbie is going to take us through everything because, I mean, it is just so. Who doesn't love a butterfly, Debbie?
You what, my darling? What was that, Joe? Sorry.
Who doesn't love a butterfly?
Well, I love butterflies. Anybody who knows me knows I love butterflies. All started actually with an obsession that my Auntie Jean used to have, God rest her soul, which used to say, Debbie, you can always cover a mistake up with a butterfly. Of course you can. And she used to love a butterfly. So, I mean, I've loved butterflies from being a little girl. So I'm absolutely thrilled to be doing this one. The boss let me loose with this one. So I'm going to show you exactly what you're getting in this collection. If you've not seen this before, you're going to take a little close peek at this. Now, we're going to start with the perfect papillion. Love this, or papillon, should we call it a papillon?
Papillon.
Papillon, where you've got this layered butterfly. So you've got the base, you've got a decorative die, and you've also got the ultra layering one, which means put all those 3 together, Joe. I mean, each one will work beautifully on their own.
On their own, I bet they'd be great.
But when you bring them together, look, you've got this gorgeous layered butterfly with those 3 wings.
Imagine doing that in the same colour cardstock, but in 3 different textures. Imagine like mirror, matte mirror, and glitter, for instance,
absolutely.
Something like that.
A gorgeous one to kickstart. And let's just take a look at the size of that butterfly. That is not a little butterfly. That is a really nice size butterfly. It is indeed. So then, first thing, next, well, that was the papillon. Papillon. And then we've got the marvellous Mariposa. Love this one. It's got that postage stamp element. I love this die. And it comes in 3 pieces as well, Joe. So you can cut out your outer layer, like so. You've got the inner piece, and then you've got that lovely decorative one. And the decorative one, for me, got that lovely element of the butterflies, but the card in the middle stays connected. So for me, I absolutely love that marvellous Mariposa. We've got another butterfly in here. This is a big statement piece as well, but this one comes in a 2 parts. So it's called the Monarch. The Monarch. Monarch. Ooh. Monarch. And again, beautiful, great big stamp that you can see here. Now this one for me creates cards with on the edge. So it's got that edgeability factor to it. Because you've got the two pieces of die that will fit around the wing so that you can cut it out on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. And you can create yourself something really quite spectacular with that. But that is a beautiful statement stamp in itself without the use of the dies. Look how it's being coloured in there.
Really
Absolutely
cute.
beautiful. The next one we've got, this is exciting. Double-sided die in a Sara signature collection, which I just think is lovely. So I'm going to lift it up so you can see it. But you've got one element there which has got one decorative part, and then the other. So this is when you're going to get your double-sided dies out. If you watched the show yesterday,
we have the plates on the show as well. If you want to grab them, so
yeah,
check the web for those.
we did a masterclass with double-sided dies yesterday. But we'll talk you through that if you've never seen them before. But again, take a look at that beautiful, and layering it up, Jo. For me, either way, whether you use these separately, just look absolutely beautiful. But layering it up, you've got this lovely detail there with all that gorgeous matte and layer. Got dropsies today, Jo. I don't know what's up with me. Going to start with the tags and tickets.
Oh, you know how I feel about a tag.
Oh, you love a tag.
I love
a tag. I love the idea of a ticket as well, which I just think is fabulous. I can see the use of this though. It's got that lovely vintagey feel to it, with the vintage tickets that you used to get on a bus. Do you remember those, Jo?
Oh, on the buses.
On the buses, yeah, where you used to get your little ticket. But I love this one, and I think this particular die set is going to be so useful in lots of other things outside of this collection as well. Well, what collection isn't complete without a 3D embossing folder? And this one in flight is absolutely stunning. So you've got a really beautiful design there. And I honestly, I fell in love with that when I first saw it, and I still say it's one of the best ones we've done to date. Then we've got the extra little pieces in here that are going to really give it that, lift that elevation of creativity. And we've got the opulent edge. So I'm going to turn it that way so you can see it. You can have that on the top of a card, down the side of a card, around the edges of your boxes. The capabilities and the craftability with this one are endless. So that's your opulent edge. Then we've got the opulent frame, and this frame again comes in 3 different parts. So you've got an outer mat, an inner mat, and then a lovely one there. Again, each one of those pieces would work beautifully on their own, but will look also gorgeous together when you layer them up. So that's your opulent frame. Then we've got some stamps in the collection, Jo. So the stamps, oh, beautiful butterflies.
Really gorgeous.
Take a look how many butterflies are on there. Absolutely amazing. I think this is going to be a firm favourite of mine because I can definitely see me using this in outside of this collection as well.
I bet if you love to make your own background papers, something like your
Yes, do you know, you actually read my
you?
mind there, Jo, because that's exactly what I will be doing. And if you took our lovely Craig when he does that around the edge with the ice grey, that would look absolutely fabulous and literally make them pop. So that's your beautiful butterflies. Then we've got the butterfly kisses.
Ooh.
I love this one. The sentiments, just a lovely set of sentiments. I'll just read you a couple just on there. Sending you butterfly kisses. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was ending, it became a butterfly.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, my heart. I can't take that. So gorgeous. I love that. And that's just one of many beautiful sentiments that are on that lovely, beautiful kisses stamp set. Then we're going to move on to some accessories again. The accessories, let me just tell you,
these are
extras.
amazing.
You need to get the extras.
You
This
do.
is the ones that you need to go in and add into your baskets and make sure you get the extra pieces, because this is the butterfly charms. Take a look at those. Look
Stunning,
at them.
aren't they?
Oh, honestly, they're phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I just think they're beautiful. So that's the butterfly charms. Then you've got the resin brads. Take a look at those as well, Jo. Those gorgeous resin detail that's in each one of those looks absolutely spectacular. You've got the ribbon. So we've got binding ribbon, which is that lovely, it's a different feel to the ribbons that we normally have in our collections, and it's a really lovely one. So that's your binding ribbon. Then we've got, and we call it the elegant lace, but can you see the design? It's butterflies. Butterfly, that should be called elegant butterfly lace. And again, like producer Georgina's saying, why don't you snip into this? This is beautiful, but why don't you snip into it and add them as extra embellishments as well? So that's all the embellishment side of the Sara Signature Collection.
Could we ink
it's a
those
biggie.
lace butterflies, do you think?
Say that again.
Could we ink those lace butterflies?
Yes.
Could we put
yeah.
sparkles
Colour them.
over them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Delicious.
Absolutely delicious. And then we're moving on to the papers and the cardstock in this collection. So the pearlescent, and this is gorgeous. I'm going to lay it that way so you can see it. But can you see the colour tones? Those lovely vintagey kind of tones.
I couldn't believe it was double-sided as well.
It
Debbie.
is all double-sided, yeah,
Yeah,
look.
lovely.
All double-sided pearlescent luxury cardstock. So you're getting that in the collection. I mean, just a minute. Shut the front door, run up the street, whatever it is that you say. vellum.
How
Absolutely
amazing.
beautiful. We've put the white behind it so it makes it pop, but can you see how beautiful that vellum is? And this is really gorgeous with that absolutely beautiful, yeah, lending itself to the colour palette, as our lovely producer Georgie has just whispered in my ear. And again, the vintage tones running through this. Absolutely sensational. We've backed it onto some white paper so you can see it a little bit better, but look how beautiful that vellum is. Absolutely stunning. And if the vellum isn't stunning enough for you, we've got 6x6 and 12x12, and I'm just going to lift it up so you can see them, where you've got all these beautiful papers. I'll do it with the, because I know, Joe, you'll flick through it a little bit more detail as we go along through this 3 hours, but it's double-sided as well.
I love the
And look
colour
at the
palette.
vintage tones running through there. This is literally, I'm going to put it out there now because it is now my firm favourite. Absolutely. When I saw this paper, I mean, Faye and the team, and do you know what? We need to find out who actually designed this one, because this is just absolutely exquisite. I know Sara will have had a hand in this. She'll have given him a theme, and that's let him run wild with it. But take a look how beautiful this absolutely, utterly gorgeous collection is. It is literally my very firm favourite paper pad that we've done to date. Big, bold statement, but I'm putting it out there. This is a stunning collection, and I know you're loving it just as much as we are, and
So
I cannot
busy.
wait to get started.
Already so busy, just in the first 15 minutes of... this is a launch. Gave you a little preview in the wake-up call earlier, in which hundreds of you already have gone for it. $184.99, $230.95 gets you everything you've just seen there with the lovely Debbie, and then an extra of the 12x12 papers, the 8x8 vellum, and also the luxury cardstock too. This far and away the most popular way of getting hold of the collection at the moment. Lots of you tuning in and saying hi from all over. So let's see, we've got Georgianne is in Florida, Lynn Harvey is in, hi Lynn. Evelyn's here, I can see Pam E. Nickett is in County Cork, hello. Nixa's in Florida, Shirl is in Florida as well, Jill's down the road in North Yorkshire, Thea's in from the Netherlands, we're very international today, Debbie. Eve is in from Kansas as well. A lot of you letting me know you've already gone for this. I just bought this collection, second my email was sent. Been waiting for the fabulous collection since I saw it on HSN. I love it, says Stephen. Lynn says, I adore this. Placed my order first thing this morning. Julia's gone for the whole collection. Denise has gone for it as well. Jane's already got her order placed. Sharon says they ordered it the moment it went live. And then Jane says also, I didn't think I needed this collection. It's blown me further away than the recent storms. I've had to buy it all. It's just delicious. It really is delicious, and it's so busy already. Details here with the extra papers is the most popular way of getting it at the moment. If you want to get your order placed early doors, sit back, relax and watch a show. Not a bad idea to do that. Head over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit the shop the show button on the homepage, and all and everything is listed there for you, which is great. If you want to get in touch with me, if you've got any questions for myself or for Debbie, Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion, of course on YouTube. Debbie, I know how excited you'll be. I can imagine you sat planning your demos with this, just thinking about all the wonderful things you're going to come up with.
Honestly.
And now we get the extra hour, which is lovely, isn't it?
That for me, I mean, literally, I've got beyond excited. I actually did pull some strings for this, though, Joe. I'm not going to lie. I was on. The minute I clapped eyes on this, when I first saw it in the early stages, I absolutely went to Brent, I went to Kelly, I went to Sara, I went to everybody. I was like, please, 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 can I be involved in some way? And if I can have the launch, I'd love it forever. Just turns out that I actually did. Here I am. And I am so excited. In the words of the fabulous Stu Francis, I could literally crush that grape. Because honestly, this is made for me, this collection. And I know just how much you guys love it, because I've heard all the comments. When's it coming out, Debbie? When? I'm like, wait, just keep your hair on, because it's coming. But honestly, I'm so excited. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to start with possibly one of my favourite. I knew you'd start with this. I had to. I'm going to go with that fabulous, perfect papillon. It's just absolutely stunning, and I love the design of this, and I love the fact that it comes in 3 parts. So again, we said this to you, Joe, you could either just use these separately if you wanted to, or you could take these and build up and create your lovely statement pieces, which for me is what I'm going to do. I'm going to layer it up and get started, because when I can get them off my packaging, there we go. I always put extra sellotape on my packaging afterwards, just to make sure. Normally I put some like magnetic strips down to hold them in place.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so, and I'm going to also as well, I'm going to use the opulent frame, because I thought this butterfly would look lovely sat on something, which is why I thought the opulent frame would come in really handy for this one as well. So I'm going to get all my dies off the packaging.
What a lovely size collection this is as well, Debbie, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Honestly, I mean, I love Sara's signature collections. As everybody knows, Sara likes everything, especially when it comes to a collection, for it to kind of match. For things that you don't have to, you know, find ribbons that are going to match the papers or things like that. Everything's all colour coordinated. It's got that lovely theme beyond it. But for me, it's about the design as well, and she really does have a fabulous team at Crafters with Leanne and the product development team, gives them an idea, tells them what they want, and then runs with it. And this is exactly what the guys have done with this, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Now, each one of these dies cut out separates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the decorative element with that gorgeous vintage pink. I've got the next layer with that lovely vintage green, and I've gone with the black base because I want it to really pop. So I'm going to bring in my low-tack tape. I mean, I can, you know, I can see the comments coming, Joe. Oh my God!
Thick and fast, aren't they? Everyone is loving
this collection. The papers are just outstanding. When I say outstanding, that it is now my favourite paper pad that we've done, and we've done some belters over the last few months, some absolute
right Bobby
beauties. But this one, utterly stunning.
It's also, Debbie, Gilmore's birthday today as well.
It's whose birthday?
Happy birthday, Gilmore's birthday today.
Happy birthday,
yeah, I hope you're having a fabulous day. What are you doing to celebrate, Gilmore? Let us know. June's gone for this, and I bought the complete collection during Craig's demo earlier. Evelyn loves the papers. Evelyn also says, can we get a close-up of the Brads? Yeah, I'll show you those after Debbie's demo. Eleanor says, love the butterflies, you can never have enough. Christine Mahoney loves it. I wonder how many paper pads Christine Mahoney's gone for. It's becoming one of those, dare you ask a lady her age kind of questions, isn't it? You know, how many paper pads do you actually go for and buy? Mary Lee says, Debbie, how wonderful your top is. Just perfect for this launch. Been waiting for this collection. Lots in my basket, ready to check out.
Can I just tell you, I bought this top a while ago, and I've been waiting for the right time to bring it on air, because I do love my butterflies. But when I knew that I'd got the launch of the vintage, I just thought, right, time to get it out and get it on. And I love it. And I've actually bought, my daughter bought me a beautiful scarf at Christmas, because all my family know how much I love butterflies. And she's bought me the most gorgeous, beautiful scarf. I'll show it you later, Joe. And it had a little butterfly.
On a project,
well, I would have wore it. I would have worn it.
No, but don't be taking that brooch off.
Oh, no, I promise I won't. But I've got a lovely little butterfly brooch there as well. Actually, though, do you know some of those gorgeous embellishments? Have you seen them?
Yeah, beautiful,
they're definitely jewellery worthy.
Absolutely.
But, oh, my God, honestly. Just beyond excited about this one, literally. So I'm just going to bring out my little butterfly. So we've got our base. We've got that lovely, I mean, look at the detail on that die. It's
so
just
nice.
Honestly, utterly phenomenal. It's absolutely
Do you know what I reckon
beautiful.
would be lovely, Debbie, here as well?
What's that?
Cut the base layer in vellum and use the base layer of the vellum just stuck down flat, and then have your little butterfly on the top.
Absolutely,
There's just so many options, isn't there, when you come to how you're going to put it together? There's so many options, Joe. And that's why I know that when you get it home, you're going to be like me. You're going to be sat there thinking, oh my God, what am I going to put together? And it'll just come flowing. It will come flowing, I promise you. So now I've got those 3 pieces, and all I'm going to do is line it up. Now I'm going to, again, take a look. You could make your own background paper with these in different colours and lay them across a piece of paper. Well, you know that lovely technique where you put a die cut onto your card blank and then cut part of it, or you know, like that over the edge that you sometimes do with the die cut pieces. This would look beautiful like that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Now I'm just going to put the glue just down the centre of his body, because I actually, am I coming to the end on that one? I'm actually going to layer it up and just go over where the body part is, because I want the wings to stay in flight. And I'll curl them and give them the shape afterwards once I put it together. But honestly, I remember a die we did not so long ago, I'm saying not so long ago, a beautiful big butterfly. That's going to work perfectly with this one. And can I just tell you, it's not the same. It is not the same. So if those people who've got that statement butterfly one, it is not the same, but it will make a beautiful addition.
I bet people are going to have loads of elements already in their stash, Debbie, that are going to work so beautifully with this collection.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
going to be one of those, what we call a stash rediscover, isn't it? You're going to be going back in your stash, pulling out dies and stamps that you haven't used for a while, because it matches and plays perfectly with this collection. And that's not by chance. When the team sit down and design these collections, they, you know, we make sure if you've got the vintage lace collection, you're going to love this with that. There's so many collections that will work nicely nicely together.
Absolutely. But straight away, you've got that beautiful multi-layered butterfly. And there is nothing to stop you, Jo, from cutting more layers and adding more dimension to give him some real flight. So I'm just going to leave that sat to one side. I'm going to bring in some more cardstock because I'm going to use this gorgeous frame now. This is the opulent frame. And again, this again could be used in so many different ways. So I think I'll have a nice big black background. Then I'll have, in fact, you know what? I think I'll cut that out twice. I'm going to go in that, I'll go with that one first. Where's my white cardstock gone? Let's see if I can just bring in a piece of white cardstock just to add for the little one. And I'm going to cut myself another one. I'm going to save that one, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to have that one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right, I'm going to leave my little one off. I'm just going to go with those two. And we're going to go in, hold down with some low-tack tape and run those through as well, Jo. Honestly, wait, I can't, do you know what I can't wait for? Everyone to start sharing the makes. Once they've got these home, I cannot wait for the influx of, you know, designs and what people are going to come up with.
Some people have already, I know, would have got this when it launched on HSN and maybe already have it at home and have been creating gorgeous things. If you've got this collection, you've made some things with it, we'd love to see your pictures. Email them to us, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Details there along the bottom of the screen. Wouldn't it be nice to get some pictures of things that have been made with this already?
Yes, please. If you're listening and you've got it, come on, share your makes, because I know full well everybody makes in this collection is just going to be absolutely stunning because the collection's stunning. It really, truly is. So I'm just going to bring in my other piece that I've already done a little die cut with because I've already got some panels cut. But I just want to take that out, again, showing you that gorgeous filigree design on this beautiful frame as well that can be used either on the landscape or the portrait way. But I wanted it to be a base for where my butterfly actually sits. So I'm just going to pop my dies back on there. Don't want to lose that die, so let me just pop that back on there before I forget. And I've got myself a little black piece as well that I'd already cut because I want to add a little bit of extra depth just by doing a little bit of a drop shadow over.
That really finishes it off,
yeah, it just gives it that little bit of an extra detail. So I'm going to go in with my dotted tape pen around the edges, like so. And then I'll do my solid one in the middle. There we go. I think I must have got a dirty tape pen there, Jo. I keep seeing little filthy bits coming out
Jane
of it.
says, I'm thinking glitter spray on acetate for the wings of that butterfly. Hello, now we're cooking.
Yeah, oh yes, absolutely. I'm loving the ideas that are coming through. Oh, keep them ideas coming through.
Pammy's ready to check out, but she says she can't move. She's been buried. She's got a pile of basset hounds on her lap. The dog's not let her out. Sounds cute.
Oh, I love that idea. I'd just like to see a picture of that, I would.
Yeah. I saw a dog yesterday, a sausage dog crossed with a basset hound, Debbie.
You saw a what, sorry?
A sausage dog, a mini dachshund.
Yep.
Sausage dog crossed with a basset hound. So like a big sausage dog is what it looked like.
Oh.
It's so cute.
Oh, I love doggies. It was National Doggy Day. Was it Doggy Day yesterday?
Was it?
National Pet Day. I think it was. I'm sure it was yesterday. Do you know Caitlin and the team asked us to send in pictures? I sent one of my little beloved Millie, who I miss every single day. I miss her so much. But yeah, it was National Pet Day yesterday. I'm sure it was yesterday.
I think it was.
Right, so I'm going to pop on now my butterfly just to sit there over that frame. And again, it just adds a little bit more dimension. I think I'm only going to put my glue, though, just onto the back. And I'm just going to bring in my hot glue gun just for a second, Jo. Let me bend down there. I might have to put that somewhere a little bit safer than where I've got it because I'm going to end up going flying over it. I know what I'm like. Let's just pop that down and then just pop. And I'll give it a little, I'm going to give it a little twist like so. And just pop that on.
Just the colour palette in this is so
The colour palette is just honestly absolutely beautiful. So now I need it to sit somewhere, Jo. So I've already done some pre-prepping of a card. This is a 6x6 card. Got myself some acetate. Just need to take off because it's got that the frosty look of it, because we have a protective film over our acetate, and that's just for transportation to stop any scratch marks or anything like that going. Just need to get the ends though, just bear with me because studio lights are incredibly bright in here and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see it. I know, and that's exactly it,
I can't
Georgina.
see the acetate, let alone
She
the
said I
carrying
can't
sheet.
see
There it
anything.
is.
No, it's that's the thing about acetate. It's very difficult, but it's like a frosty film that goes over it.
Right.
And all it does is protects the acetate in transportation, during the manufacturing process as well. They put that on there to keep it nice and scratch free. But I've got my little piece that I've actually cut down to size as well. Just rid of all that extra little bit of tape. So I've used the papers as well. I mean, honestly, it's just so difficult to know which paper to use. But I thought about a nice focal part with a butterfly. And you've got the 6x6 and the 12x12. This one was from the 12x12 I chopped down. I like the idea of having the 12x12, but I like the option of having the 6x6 as well, which I just think is lovely.
Is that,
always beneficial to get
ink over that and stamp over that paper if you want to?
You can, because there's no coating, so you can heat emboss over it. You can add your, your gilding waxes, all those kind of thing. All your, your stamping techniques over it. I just did a little bit of gutting though with my black cardstock, only because I didn't want to waste any of that. So I'm just going to pop that onto the back, Joe. This is 6x6, but this piece here, so my actual piece, the measurement of the card will be 6x6. The actual piece is 7.5 inches by 6 with an 1.5 inch scored down there, because that's going to be the frame where my acetate sits to. So I've got this lovely floating element, but then I'm going to add a strip at the bottom as well. So I'm just going to pop that on first, and then I'll pop my background paper on. Like so. Just situate that acetate. Come on, acetate, where are you? There you are. Just sit the acetate there around the back. Let me just get that in the right place. There we go. That's it. Fold that down. And then I've got my little strips that I've just cut down to size. Bearing in mind that's 6 by 1.5 inches. I've just come down 1/4 of an increment for each one. And I'm going to just pop that onto the ends. And have my little floating element. Come on, glue.
Which one of the acetates has the backing, Denise asks? Is it the
So
construction
the
one or the
heavyweight,
heat resistant?
the heavyweight does. The only one that doesn't, in fact, it's probably easy to say which one doesn't, which is the heat resistant.
Yeah,
the
because that's got a bit of a texture on it, hasn't
yes,
it?
so the heat resistant doesn't have any backing on. The rest of the acetate that we sell does. So yes.
Georgina said she didn't realise until today that acetate had a backing.
Did you not realise? Yeah, it's you know, you can tell because it's got like it almost looks milky. So it's got like a milky look to it, and you'll know that it's got some acetate over it.
Did you hear the
so that's
story
probably
about,
the best way to describe
Did you hear
it.
the story about the woman who kept complaining to the department store about her TV because the picture was funny, Debbie? And it went on for about a year apparently. And do you know what it turns out? She hadn't taken that, the film,
The protective
film off, took it off, and the screen picture wasn't blue anymore. A whole year. How hilarious is that?
Oh, well, I'm not going to lie. I know that that's happened before. I'm not going to say who, but it's happened before. I'll tell you later.
Oh, come on, Debbie. Come on,
but
Debbie.
yeah,
Spill the
and
beans.
he had people out that had bought it from.
Who is it?
No, I can't tell.
We're
I
desperate
can't
to know. Give me your guesses in the
No,
comments.
it's part of my family members, and I'm not going to help my family member.
Not someone
so
I know.
I'm not going to do that. But yeah, called out the people that he bought the telly from, and they came to house. That's exactly
Just
what
took
it
the
was.
screen off.
Took the screen protector off.
That's funny.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh God, honestly. Oh, bless him. Now then, I've just popped the background piece, so now when that matches, it's got that lovely, almost like a window feature to it. And now this is going to sit just like so in the centre. And again, I'm just going to bring in my hot glue gun for this particular piece. Let me just bend down. I'm going to have to move that. Oh, Joe. Sound effects there in the background, as they always do. And I'm just going to pop on some on the top part. Give it a nice squidge. Oops. Not right out there, Debbie. There we go.
Debbie's current demo, is that the 6x6 or 12x12 you took this from, Debbie? Do you know?
That's 12x12 that I took that one from, yes. But
so
the
they're
6x6.
resized, aren't they? So you get the whole image in 1/4 of the size in the 6x6. So
yeah.
I guess it depends if you want to get the full image in or you just want to highlight a bit and take a snippet of the image. You've got the options though when you're getting, of course, big collection. You're getting 6x6 and the 12x12. And the details on the screen there for the extra, so you get 2 of the 12x12s, 2 of the 8x8 vellum, and 2 of the A4 luxury cardstock as well, which is brilliant. So you'll get 48 sheets of the cardstock in that bundle, which is excellent. The luxury cardstock seems to be one of the... It's a luxury cardstock and the 12 by 12. They're the first two things, aren't they, generally, that sell out in these collections. So it's great that you've got that. If you wanted to go for 2 and then add more in, as I know some of you are doing, maybe you want to add more of the individual items. So, you know, the lace and the ribbon and these kind of things. Spend over £50 or $50 and you get 10% off there as well. So you can go for that collection and then add at least £50 or dollars worth of individual items and you still get the 10% as well, which is great. So however you want to do it, just make sure you snap it up before it flies away, Debbie, would be my advice.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, that's the one that would be going first. Now, all I've done with this, Joe, remember the tickets and the tags?
Oh, they work so well,
This is from the ticket and the tags, and the butterfly wishes has come from there. I've just cut one out in that vintage green because I like the idea of having like a couple there just to give it that little lift element. And you can actually just stick that down. So I'm just going to stick it down with a little bit of glue once I've decided where I want that little, not like a shadow effect, but where you've given it a little bit of dimension just by adding it. And then I've used that gorgeous ribbon. And I'm just going to trim that down to size. Yeah, I'll have it on a little bit of a corner angle, and then we're going to just pop that on like so, and I'm just going to pop that there, and I'm just going to again pop a little bit of glue just into that corner, and let me just place my glue. I'm going to bring that glue gun up in a minute, Joe, when I've got time, but just place that, and again, absolutely beautiful. And apart from adding, I'm going to add a couple of little gems. Let me just see if I've got some gems. Have we got any gems around here, Joe? Let's have
we got any what?
Gems. I wanted a few little sparkly bits. Let's have a little look.
These ones?
There might be a bit... Oh, no, that pink looks absolutely fine. So I'm going to pop some on there. Let me just grab me little pencil, my sticky uppy pencil. Where have you gone? There you are. Let me find my little glue pot. And then I'm just going to... I always like to give my little butterfly a little bit of a titivation in the centre. Did you hear that little snigger then? Titivation's a proper word, you know, producer George.
Titivation is a good word.
An embellishing. It's embellishing, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah,
that's what we decided
giving it a bit of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, and I've gone with like a pink. If you're wondering where I got the gems from, I've got it from one of the Year of Craft kits.
From where?
The Year of Craft kits.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. And you know, I love those gems that come in that little
I like your sticky stick. I think it's so cool.
My little sticky stick?
Your little sticky pen, yeah.
My little sticky pen. Well, I'm not very good.
Isn't it?
I've told you before, I'm not very good with tweezers. You know, some people are really good at holding tweezers. I'm a bit rubbish with tweezers. So I use my little sticky up pen. But there you go, Joe. Let's talk about our first one done and dusted, where we've got that beautiful, beautiful... I mean, honestly, not much effort at all. No. Because the collection does all the hard work for you. Looks absolutely beautiful, Joe. I did tell you I was really excited about doing this. I've got about 10 demos lined under here ready, because that's how gorgeous this collection is. Can't wait to continue with some more.
Right, we'll see how many we can get through in this show. Let's start off, though. I'm going to take you back through everything you're getting. Let's start off with that luxury cardstock. Absolutely beautiful. Colour match to go with the collection. Double-sided as well, which is excellent. And a 250 GSM, so really good all-around card weight for you there in the A4. Would make great for die cutting. You can emboss that beautifully as well. It's a really brilliant cardstock for you to have. Let me share with you also the 12 by 12. I'm going to take this off of here and try not to knock everything over. But again, absolutely beautiful design. Love that it's got that vintage feel, because what the vintage feel does, it gives you really lots of depths and layers in the background, so it adds loads of interest. Of course, it is packed full of gorgeous butterflies. You've got lots of floral elements, nature elements. It's just stunning, stunning card quality, of course. You've got some musical notes in the background there too. Would look great, of course, for scrapbook pages. Loads of options when it comes to using it. You get it in the 12 by 12 and you get it in the 6 by 6 as well. In this particular bundle that's on your screen, you're getting two of the luxury, 2 of the 12 by 12, and also you're going to get 2 sets of the vellums that I've got just here. And our vellums, as always, absolutely gorgeous. A real lovely opacity to them, which gives them a really lovely feel. Really nice, good quality as well. If you want to distress this, you want to tear it, absolutely you can do that. It works great for things like sleeves or bands around like a faux candle, something like that. You'll find lots of different uses for it. So you've got that included in there as well, which is excellent. Let's do the embellishments first, actually, because I think there's lots of bits in the embellishments that we haven't seen before. I've never seen ribbon like this. I would call it a lace ribbon almost, isn't it? It's this beautiful lace, but look how you've got those butterflies there within it too. Snip those butterflies out, ink them up, do what you want to do with them. There's loads of different options when it comes to craft crafting these. You've then got the binding ribbon here too, which is beautiful. Really gorgeous in three different finishes. Then you've got your resin brads. Now, I'm going to ask George to see if he can get a little bit closer on these because they are beautiful. You get 40 of these, by the way, so you're not just what you're seeing here. It's kind of hard for you to see, but you've got the most beautiful sort of like little vintage French butterflies on the inside of there. They kind of look like a faux mother of pearl. They are beautiful. So you get 40 of those, and then what you get is you get 10 of these resin butterflies as well, which is slightly larger. They do have a little hole in them as well. So if you wanted to hang those on a little bit of baker's twine, that's another option for you. So you can actually have that, like a lovely loose element, Debbie, on a card, I think would look nice, wouldn't it? With that on a little bit of twine or string, would look really lovely. So that's your embellishments. And the embellishments are really different in this collection, really different to anything else we've done before. Let's move into the dies because they are stunning and exquisite, as you would imagine them to be. So you can see here, you've got that layering, 3-layer butterfly there. Use the elements individually. All the elements play beautifully together though if you want to layer them up. Play around with different textures. Acetate. Think about using that vellum pad in there as well. This one here is your kaleidoscope. Now this is a double-sided die. You will need your double-sided die plates to use this through your Gemini. You'll find both of them over on the website under the Shop the Show page. I know tens of thousands of you already own those double-sided plates, but you will need them for that particular die. Stamp and die here for you. I mean, this is just crying out to be heat embossed, surely this one, Debbie, isn't it? It's going to be beautiful. Imagine getting your glossy highlights on there with this as well, some of your inks. I mean, you're just going to have so much fun with it. This is your Monarch, this one just here. And what you've got is the 2 edge dies. So you can either put the edge, die either end and then cut across, or use this so it's sort of protruding. That's a good word, isn't it? Protruding from the side of your card. Love that word. Then you've got the marvellous Mariposa. Again, what the team are so good at doing when they design these dies is designing dies that work for you in loads of different ways. So I'm thinking with this, Debbie, you wouldn't even need to necessarily use that top layer. If you just needed a really lovely frame to frame a die-cut sentiment, you could just use the 2 base layers, pop that across the middle. It's going to be brilliant. Maybe don't use this top layer, but use the layering butterfly and have that on there as the frame for your layering butterfly. The whole thing gives you so many options and so much craftability. You've got an edge one. This is just beautiful. Yes, use it on the edge. On the top of your cards, this looks so regal and good. Looks like the top of the gates at Buckingham Palace to me, Debbie, is what it reminds me of. Then you've got your opulent frame, which is this one here. Really beautiful, like a really fancy nesting die. And then these. I think these are maybe the unsung hero of this collection because you're not going to use them with this collection. You're going to use these with any collection you've got. Die cut any of your papers, any of your design cardstock. Maybe you went for some of the lovely cardstock that we bought you last week from Paper Dynamics and Hunky Dory. Cut those out with this and you will completely change the look and feel of those dies. So that is your dies. Let's then have a look next at the stamps because I love these stamps. So in here, you've got those gorgeous sentiments. Your butterfly kisses, this one. You've got butterfly wishes. Butterflies appear when loved ones are near. I like that one, Debbie. Really gorgeous. And then, of course, you've got all of these butterflies here. Now, brilliant, as we said earlier, for doing things like your own background papers. You're going to really adore them for that. And you've also then got, that was your beautiful butterflies. That one's just there. Details are coming up for all the individuals at the bottom of your screen as we go through these. And then you've got In Flight, which is this gorgeous embossing folder. It really is stunning. So much detail in there. Imagine maybe even fussy cutting that butterfly out and decoupaging it up as a second layer. I think it would look absolutely beautiful. There are so many options when it comes to crafting with this collection. We are going to give you an option to check out in just an opportunity to check out in just a minute. This is far and away the busiest way, the most popular way of getting hold of this collection. 3 times as many of you going for this than the original collection. $184.99, $230.95 gets you everything I've just shown you, but also an extra 12x12 paper pad, an extra 8x8, of course, in the vellums, and the extra A4 cardstock as well. $147.99 or $184.76. We're going to send, if you're in the UK or the US, we're going to send this out to you totally free of charge as well. No postage to pay, no shipping and handling to worry about whatsoever, which is excellent. If you want the collection that doesn't have the extra papers in it, I'm not sure why you would, but here are those details. $152.85 or $189.80. You'll still get you still get the free postage, you'll still get the free shipping and handling. There is a price point for everyone. If you want to go and build your own bundles, please feel free. If you're spending over £50 or dollars on individual items in your basket, you'll get a 10% discount. That's the same if you wanted to go for one of these bundles I've just shared with you and then add more of the individual elements in. I've got my eye on those embellishments. I think you should all be adding extras of those in because I know what they're like. They're going to be gone and we're not going to get them back and they're going to go very, very fast. I think we should give you an opportunity to check out your basket. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Oh, so busy there under that. Catherine Bennett says, I hope you guys remember me. I appeared on Monday Makers in July with you. I'd raised nearly £47,000 for breast cancer. I've raised now nearly, it's near, good news is I've now passed the 50,000 mark. Thank you for all your help, Debbie. No, Debbie, I know that you sent Catherine lots of bits, didn't you, when you were clearing out your Santa's grotto of crafting items.
And she did. She sent me a beautiful, two lovely bracelets from her, which what she made for the charity.
One with the ring pulls on.
The ring pulls,
Love
yeah.
those.
One
Love
in black
them.
and one in pink, which I do wear ever such a lot, can I just tell you? So yeah, that's amazing.
That is amazing, it is
amazing,
indeed.
Yeah.
Stephanie says, wonderful to see Debbie so excited about this butterfly collection. She always brings excitement to the shows.
Oh.
She does.
Oh, thank you.
And usually a few faux pas, verbally, of course, never craftily. Gabbing with Grammy, what a great name on YouTube. Says, gabbing, is that like a word for talking? Gabbing.
Gabbing, yeah, gab. That's what we do. We gab.
Not dabbing.
No,
gabbing.
gab.
Yeah.
Gab. We gab a lot. That's what when I talk a lot.
Like
we talk,
gabbing on.
Back down my neck at woods, We gab a lot, so we're gabbing. Yeah,
there we
I
are.
get that one.
Gabbing with Grammy is what they're called. I don't think that's their given name. It says, oh my gosh, butterflies are the thing I love the most. Need these in my life. Rebecca says, Joe, did you colour match your shirt to today's collection? Stupid question, of course you did. I did, yes. I thought the peach would match nicely with our brand new collection. Crafty Angie says, Joe, you sound like an experienced crafter. You know when some people say all the gear, no idea? I've got all the ideas, but no actual physical way of doing it, Debbie. So I've got the ideas, but just not the ability to do it. I don't have the talent, I'm afraid. Pam was finally able to check out as well. Extra paper coming my way, so I can cut into my paper. It's a really great idea. Right, any other questions you've got, get them into me. Remember, as well as we said, if you've got some pictures, if you've already been crafting with this, we would love to see them as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you can send those into. Where are we going next then, Debbie?
Double-sided die.
Nice.
I'm so excited about this one. And I do love, I mean, we obviously at Crafters Companion, we patented the double-sided die technology. So for me, having one of them in a collection is just absolutely amazing. And it means for cutting in and making things quicker, one pass of your machine, done and dusted, you've got your piece. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use the kaleidoscope. However, there is one important piece of equipment that you need when it comes to double-sided die, and that is our fantastic double-sided, look at me, I've got some new ones. I've got some new ones. Yeah, I haven't cut into these yet. Double-sided dies. So this is the smaller ones, because I'm using, even though I'm a larger machine, I'm using my smaller plates.
Going to pop those details on the bottom of the screen for you. They're on the show.
Are they both available, the large and the small?
Large and the small are available,
Perfect.
yeah. Here's the details for the small ones.
Have we got both details?
There you are. And they've got a discount on them as well. And there's the bigger ones available too.
And we definitely need these, because I want you to think about, now if you didn't catch the masterclass with Lily yesterday, these are dies that you don't die cut as you would normally with your thin metal die combination of your plastic shim, your magnetic shim. They need to have these special plates for the reason being that there is a cutting blade on both sides. Not the cutting blade that's going to hurt you, but the cutting blade that needs to cut through multiple layers, you know, your layer of cardstock on this side and this side in that one pass. So it needs to be sandwiched and protected from the plastic shim and the magnetic shim. So that's why you have your double-sided cutting plates. So this is an important part to have. If you've already got them, absolutely fabulous. If you haven't, we've got you covered as well on today's show. So what I've just done now, the theme that I've gone with, I've used some ivory Centura Pearl cardstock for this one to make the base of my card. So I've brought a little piece, spare piece in, but I am using that gorgeous, beautiful lilac double-sided pearlescent cardstock. Look at that shine on there.
Just beautiful.
Absolutely stunning, Joe. So I'm going to show you how you use them. So first things first, easiest combination I think we've ever done for a platform, which is the two plates, and you're going to sandwich this die in between those two plates. So take your double-sided cutting plate, pop your cardstock down, then place and decide which way it is. I want a cream background with a lilac top. So I'm just going to pop that onto there. Now you can hold, because how the design is that this side has got the outside base, and this piece is here that won't do anything because it's for the other side with a die cut. So for that, I mean the outside cutting edge, if I could just come in close there, it comes up to here. So this bit is where you can actually put some tape down on.
Excellent.
So I'm just going to turn that over. I'm going to pop that down, and it's the same on the other side as well. So there are areas where you can actually put a little bit of tape to stop it from moving, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm doing it on the bit that doesn't cut. So I'm just holding it into place and anchoring it down, and then I'm taking me beautiful pearlescent cardstock and placing that over the top. So what we've done is actually sandwiched it. Now I personally, when I use these, I do sandwich down. I just put a little bit of tape just on top to stop paper from moving. And then I'm going to sandwich it with the other die cutting plate on the top, the double-sided die cutting plates. So that's the combination that you have for a double-sided plate. What we're then going to do is bring in our two cutting plates. And this is exactly how you do it. One of your cutting plates, sandwich the double-sided die cutting plates in there, and then finish that sandwich combination with the other cutting plate, and that is as easy as it is when it comes to the sandwich and the platform for any double-sided dies. So I'm just going to run that through.
Just a quick one, Debbie.
Yes?
I think I know the answer, but I'm not sure it's an official answer. So I'm going to ask you, because you'll play by the rules more than me. Can we use the double-sided dies in the midi?
In the midi? No.
Okay.
No. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else has tried it, but...
Well, Leanne said
Leanna said yes.
Yeah.
But they wasn't designed that way. So I
No.
personally haven't done that.
No.
I'll tell you what we could do is we could try it in later on and we could try
In the
that.
break?
I've got another, I think I've got another demo lined
I think
up.
there is a way to make it work. I just think it's not the best thing
because,
for you.
because if
Not
you
the
think
best thing
about
for
the
your
platform
folders,
of
is
the
it?
MIDI, let me see if I've got the MIDI plate. Let me see if I can find it, Joe. I'm just going a bit rogue here. Let me
She's
just,
off rogue. She's off. She's off.
Well, you asked the question.
I
so
did.
Yeah, you asked the question. I just want you to see. So the platform for a MIDI. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go against what Leanne says, but they were never designed that way.
No.
However, if you want to protect, you would still be able to get that in there because it fits. It's the same size. So you could potentially try that. I
knows?
haven't done that before because I've only ever used my electronic die cutting machine. However, I'm going to find out that question properly because I'm going to run it through in a tester in a bit and let you know.
We'll get back to you. I
we'll
love
get
that
back
we're
to you
able to
on
do
that
that.
one.
And if there's
Absolutely.
anything, it's a great thing about us being here at Crafty TV is we are truly interactive.
We are
You can just ask us
indeed.
any questions and we will do our best to get them answered for you.
Absolutely, and I am going to put that through the paces. In fact, tell you what I'll do, Joe. I'm going to run it through when we have a break off this show. We've got an hour, haven't we, between now and Monday Makers. Is it Monday today? Yes, Monday Makers. Yes.
I am having one of those
I'm
days
having one
as
of those
well.
days where I can't remember. So I will run one through and I will get back to you how well it's cut, doing that through that platform, and we'll answer that question live on the, is it 6 p.m. show now? I keep forgetting
It is
the time
6
as well.
p.m. 6
Thank
till
you.
9 will be here.
I can tell I'm not used to it yet. So again, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to bring out, because that's die cut, all I will tell you is just be careful, don't forget you've got little extra areas which are a bit more delicate, as in antennae on the top there, like so. So
You don't want to rip its antennae off.
It is an antennae, isn't it? It is that. Well, that's the right word, isn't it, Joel? I've not made that up.
No, you haven't.
That's good. That's good. His little ears, I call them. Can butterflies hear?
Sorry?
Can the butterfly hear?
Oh
Have they
gosh,
got-
Debbie, I'm going to have to Google, aren't I?
You see, I'm putting you through it now.
We always get down
It's one
some-
of those questions that I've never realised.
We always get down some sort of anatomical... Birds can hear, because they sing to each other, don't they?
Ah, so they do. Interesting. See, I want to know, is anybody a butterfly expert? Or can producer Georgina do that wonderful thing that we normally do and press the Tinternet search?
So they can hear very low-pitched sounds, apparently.
A low-pitched
Yes.
sound.
Butterfly hearing is unusually sensitive to low-pitched sounds compared to other insects with similar ears. The structure of the membrane could mean the butterfly can hear a greater range of pitches, which, as Katie Lucas and her college postulate, may enhance the abilities of butterflies to listen to birds.
Oh.
There you go.
You see, every day is a school day. Every day is a school day.
Oh, the ears are on their wings.
They're on the wings.
Yeah.
I never knew that, Joe. Who's told you that? Google?
Scientists thought butterflies were deaf until 1912, when the first butterfly ears were identified. There we go. If you've got any interesting butterfly facts, get them into me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I adore butterflies. I am a huge, I always have been. Do you know something that's never rubbed off on me kids? Not from Tanya, Tasha, Liam, none of them, they don't like butterflies. I love going to, there's a place in Sheffield, not far from where Jan lives, called Butterfly World, or Butterfly House, whichever way you want to call it. Oh my God, it's beautiful, I love going there.
Also,
my daughters stand outside, they won't go in.
Won't go in, no.
No.
Another fact for you, our social media superstar, Rachel, says, I don't know about hearing, but they use their feet to taste things.
Feet?
Oh, I wouldn't fancy
Feet?
tasting things through my feet, would you?
Where's the feet?
They've got taste buds that are in their feet.
Where's the feet?
Well, I guess they have to stand,
Oh,
don't
of
they?
course they do, they've got little legs,
They've
haven't
got little
they?
legs, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got taste buds on their feet.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't want to be tasting the inside of my shoes all day, would you? No, Tar.
No comment. No comment, Joe, no comment.
Oh, dear.
Now, I've just poked out all my little elements and look, even whether you use these separately or together, they will just work absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pop on now, and I'm going in with the dotty tape pen for this one. You could do, because I know our Craig loves doing the tacky glue at the back of his. You can do that if you want, but I'm going for speed. So I am going in with my dotty tape pen, because this is a really delicate die cut feature. So I'm going in with the dotty for that particular reason. But you can go in with your low tack tape as well. And I'm just going to line that up just over because it fits absolutely beautifully on top and creates that lovely feature. It's just absolutely stunning. And when I say stunning, Jo, it's beyond stunning, this collection.
It is, isn't it? Is it your favourite collection ever?
Do you know what? Now,
What
yes.
was your previous favourite one? Vintage Diary? No.
I love Vintage Diary.
Vintage Lace?
You know, I'll be totally honest. Sara just lately has been knocking it out of the park with her collections. And I have had many, I'm going to tell you, Masquerade, I know it wasn't the Sara Signature collection, but it was one of my favourites. I love the colour palette, everything.
We've got that on
that
tonight.
collection.
Show me on
We
Monday.
have got really excited.
What a day.
However,
what a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Absolutely. But this has outshone all of the other collections for me, just because I am a massive butterfly lover. But look how gorgeous that looks. Straight away, it just looks beautiful. I'm going to take a couple of strips. I'm going to actually, as well, Jo, I'm going to bring in my card base now because that's my little piece ready. I've wanted to use it onto a little bit of a shadow box or a diorama card, we call them. It's like a shadow box. So for this, I've used 2 pieces, and again, from that ivory cardstock, I have used, let me just get that right way around, there we go, I'm just giving you the right size. I'm going to give you the right size for this one. The one that I've gone with is a 9.5 inches by 7.5 inches, and I've scored it at an inch and a half, sorry, an inch and a quarter, and then I think that was an inch, yeah, 2 inches. So I've got an inch and a quarter and 2 inches, and then just reversed it, and I've done that on all sides, all 4 sides. I've actually used one of our nesting dies. Do you remember Got It Good deal?
Yes.
I used the oval ones from that.
Brilliant, from the matte layers from last week.
Was it the matte layers? Actually, it might have been a different one. We've done lots of nesting dies. We've done circles, we've done squares, we've done oblongs, we've done rectangles, we've done all sorts. And this was from my oval collection with the stitched design. Cut through there, because that's going to act as a shadow. But I need something at the back to make that lift. And then, I mean, come on, this vellum.
Oh, yes.
It's just delicious.
Isn't it?
And it stands really beautifully
if it was
on
chocolate,
the
I'd eat
ivory.
it.
You what, love?
If it was chocolate, I'd eat it.
Honestly, if it were edible, I'd eat it. I won't wait for it to be chocolate. It's just absolutely beautiful, Jo. It's just the most gorgeous quality. Can you hear the quality? It is
so nice.
So beautiful.
It's got a really lovely opacity, isn't it?
I love the opacity.
Sometimes they're a little bit too translucent, I find, the vellums. So when they're a bit on the thin side.
Yeah.
But this is really lovely and thick. I guess then if that means if you want to distress it, you want to tear it, you want to do all those things, you're going to be able to.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't bear myself to tear this one. I'm not going to lie. I was debating whether to tear some up because I do love that teared factor, you know, when you just rip a little bit off and give it a lovely little edge.
I'm not allowed to tear card or vellum anymore.
Have you been banned?
Well, yeah. I thought it was going to be an angry mob waiting outside for me one evening after I tore a sheet of luxury cardstock right down the middle.
Now, look how gorgeous that looks on top of that ivory. It's just popped it. It's just given it that lovely lift. But it's got that lovely quality all over it. I mean, when I get excited about many things, I really do. But this is just absolutely beautiful. Now, I've used some paper, Jo, and whenever I use things like this to create that perfect centre, I actually pop my paper and I just pop a little bit of dotty tape pen in the corner to hold it in place and cut through at the same time, and then I can go back in and stick it over the top. It gives you that perfect oval shape, and I just thought the cardstock obviously matches beautifully with that gorgeous vellum. And the only thing that I've done different to this one, Jo, is I've added a little bit of ink around the edges, and by that I've used, and I'll just show you because I've used crushed velvet. I just took the crushed velvet, and we did talk about being able to add. And I just love the idea of being able to add inks to our papers just to make them pop that little bit. And because it's vintage, I wanted to give it a little bit of a distressed age look. And that's exactly what this has created, which just looks absolutely beautiful. It really, really does. And then I'm just going to finish that off. So I'd already started, but I just wanted to give it a little bit of an extra pop there. I'm just going to wipe this up though, Jo, because I know what I'm like. I'll end up getting absolutely everywhere.
Pammy says, sorry, just putting a corned beef in the oven. Did Debbie say what size Gemini she is using? Hubby thinks it's a Pro. I think it's an OG.
It's an OG. I've got the OG in front of me, and I'm using my Gemini Junior plate. So yes, Pam.
There you are.
Your hubby got it wrong, you got it right.
Debbie, this is the sort of question I asked myself whilst I should be sleeping. Can butterflies hear? The other one I thought about the other night was, do penguins have knees? What's wrong with me, she says.
Who said that one?
That was Jane, the lovely Jane Quigley.
Honestly,
Great question.
I literally, do you know, like, why is the grass green? Why is the sky blue? I ask myself those questions, and I literally can keep myself up all night.
Oh, I could.
And the rounds, the world is circular, but everywhere is flat.
Yeah, I need to get you some of the pillow spray that I've been using, Debbie. Oh, you get in, you don't think about those silly questions. It knocks you straight out. It's fabulous.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'll bring you a little bit in a little squirty bottle.
Yes,
you can
please.
give it a go.
Let me have a little squirt of your what did you call it? Squirt of your spray. What did you call it?
Pillow spray.
Pillow spray. I'll have a squirt.
Pillow mist.
I'll have pillow what?
Pillow mist.
Pillow mist?
Yeah, you mist it over.
Oh, yes, that sounds lovely. I quite like that one, yes. So we'll have a mist of your, you can squirt some of that all over my pillow tonight for me. And that'll give me a good night's sleep, although to be fair...
Oh, you'll be out like a light, Debbie. Right, Lynn says...
I need to get up early in the morning because we're up early, Joe, so maybe not. Maybe I'll just Google it. I'll just buy some myself. That's what I'll do.
I'll send you some. Be safer. Lynn says each year I get the caterpillars that you grow and let change into butterflies, and then you release them. How cool is that?
Oh.
Booper. Yeah, it is Booper. I'm thinking Booper, Blooper, it's all too much. Booper92200 says, tell Debbie she needs to come to Disney for the Butterfly and Garden Festival in March every year. How awesome.
I've always wanted to go to Disney. Oh my God.
Anne says, yes, penguins do have knees. There you go, Jane. We answered that question for you.
Yes, thank you, Jane. Now look, that looking already is looking beautiful. Now I've taken a strip. Now I am going to use the embossing folder for this, but I'm going to do a full demo with the embossing folder because what I'm just going to use is just a tiny piece of it, just to give myself a little bit of texture. You know, for my side pieces down here. So I've just measured them, popping that in, and then it is a 3D platform. So 3D platform for our embossing folder is the cutting plate. Let me just bring in the cutting plate. How many cutting plates have I got here? Right, let's just move that one to one side a second. Right, I'm going to pop on the magnetic shim, then the plastic shim, and I'm going to run that through. And that's just going to give me an extra little definition and something a little bit, gives it a little bit of a lift. And that's what I like to do sometimes, just give it a little tiny hint of an emboss round the sides, which is what I've done with this. So I'll just move that there, Joe. And again, straight away, the beautiful 3D. I can't wait to show you demo that I've got planned with that one. But just looks absolutely exquisite. The detail on there is phenomenal. But it gives it a nice little dimension, and plus it's got the butterfly wings on there, so it gives it a little elevation. So again, I'm just going to pop one on there and one on the other side as well, because I've already pre-done some. So we'll pop that on there, like so.
Nice as well, because I think with the embossing folder, you usually think about using all of it as a panel, don't you? Great to see it cut down into smaller pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to flatten that and then just pop that into this side, like so. And then on the other side as well. Either way, to be fair, Joe, whether it's debossed or embossed, it looks stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, sometimes we get so focused on using the whole of the embossing folder, we forget that just doing little details like this can make a difference to the side of your cards, or little extra embellishments. So that's why I thought I'd do it on this one, just to show you how you can change that up a little bit. And again, it all matches, but it gives it that extra lovely feature. And then what we're going to do is, now using my nesting dies again, Joe, I cut out the next size down to create that lovely frame that will fit perfectly over there. Use your nesting dies for nesting dies that you have in your collection, and we have plenty. I think the got it good deal was the Craig ones last week. I think it was
that
the
square and the rectangle. Yeah.
Yeah, this is from our original ones that we
the
did.
stitched edge.
Stitched edge, yes,
Yeah.
thank you, yes. So, and
I
there
love
was
this technique though of sizing up from the aperture and adding it back over. I think
Yeah,
it
because the
really
aperture that I
finishes it
used was
off.
not the largest, it was the second one
Yeah.
down. And then to create the frame, I used the largest and that one again, and that created that perfect
Love it.
frame. It's something that I do a lot of when I want to add a little feature, like a window feature, but just gives it that nice finish. And I'm just going to
And you know what it gives you, Debbie?
What's that?
You know what it gives you?
What does it give me?
An opportunity to craft.
I walked into that one. Now, card base already looking beautiful. That shadow box element there looking absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to bring in, now the one that I've done here, Joe, is I've just added some little diamantes on. So I'm just going to pop that on. I'm going to save my other one for another time because I've just added some diamantes onto that one. And I know for a fact I've not fetched me teal ones with me. So I use the one that I've already done and just line that up. Let's pop that on. And if you wonder where I got these gems from, it's my Hunky Dory range.
Hunky Dory.
So yeah, Hunky Dory range. And I'm just
It
going
was
to pop
lovely to
that
have
going across
Anne-Marie
there.
in the studio last week from Hunky
I
Dory.
was gutted.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
not
they're
gonna
going to
lie,
be, but
gutted.
hopefully they'll be back. Can't tell you when. Do you know why I can't tell you when?
Why?
Because I don't know. But I think we was talk of maybe the end of the month or beginning of next month, so I know it'll be very,
wow.
very soon.
I hope I'm there. I'm hoping we've got some, you know, because I've heard rumours that there might be some more guests this week.
Oh.
I've heard rumours. I have.
I know that we are featuring lots of products from Creative Expressions
Yes.
later in the week. I believe Craig it's myself and Craig on Thursday, so we have no guest, but we do have, I don't know what that noise was, but we have, it just choked on my own air. We do have lots of Creative Expressions products featured though on Thursday.
And
so
plus Jan's in later on, isn't she, for the launch?
Sorry?
Is Jan later in for the launch?
Yes, I believe
I think you and
she
Craig are starting
is.
the day, aren't you? And I'm pretty sure Jan's in.
We may have
So
someone
we're not-
joining us on Wednesday, but I can't tell you about that yet.
Yeah,
Can't
and
promise.
I had heard rumours that there was a guest on Thursday, but perhaps that's all changed. But we'll see. We'll see.
And there's loads of
Look how
exciting stuff
lovely
coming.
that looks.
Beautiful.
And I've literally just I've given it a little bit more of a depth here and just covered it over just the bottom part. But then what I've got here, Joe, is I've made myself a little bow using that gorgeous ribbon. I've got myself a lovely birthday wisher, so I've used the stamp, but do you know that little one on the opulent frame? That's the small one that I've stamped into. That's going to sit on the bottom. And then lastly, what I wanted to bring in was, because I love these charms, and I've just wrapped some thread around it into there, but they're beautiful. I mean, it's like a resin charm.
I love
It's
this hung
absolutely
as well. I think
beautiful.
it's such a great
the
way of
colours
using it,
are
hanging it.
stunning. Absolutely.
If you wanted to adhere that straight to the project, what would you use to stick that down onto the
I
cardstock?
would personally use 3D cloud glue, my
Chunky
famous
glue.
chunky glue, or this hot glue.
Brilliant.
And I'm gonna pop a globule of glue down on there and let that just self-flatten itself. Stay, glue, stay. I'm just gonna give it, because I want it to have a little swinging element, so I'm just gonna pop the thread just into the top, and then I'm just gonna place my bow over the top like
nice.
so. And then I'm just gonna trim down there. So I'm just gonna hold that, might have that little bit Katie corded is the word I was looking for there, my bow, rather than straight. So I'm going to give that a little little twist. Just going to bring in my scissors, Joe, and I'm just going to trim off the ends of that thread. Just to, there's just everything about this collection. It's just absolutely beautiful.
You're just so happy. You're in your happy place, aren't you?
I am honestly beyond happy. Could have kissed Brent when he told me that I'd got the butterfly range for the launch, because I have been at him for weeks. Please let me have this one. You know how much I love my butterflies. It's meant for me, this collection. And there you go, another I'm telling you, I am literally just using the bare elements of this collection, but with the papers, use all the different card folds that you can think of to get creating, because every single project that you make using this collection is going to look absolutely sensational, because this, by far, is my favourite Sara signature collection to date. It's those gorgeous vintage butterflies, and that's using the double-sided die, that gorgeous kaleidoscope butterfly. Absolutely beautiful.
It really is stunning. I'll just show you a few of the other things that have been made, because you can tell the design team have absolutely loved this. Look here at some of the things that have been done. And I do really love the fact that you're going to be able to make this look and feel very different. I love that this die here, that's the the monarch there that you can see that's being done. Again, using all the elements together. Look at this one. I love that there's so many on here. So you've got those little embellishments. We've also got the bow on here, but then you've got the lace too. So you can really build it up and make it more is more if you want to. You can, of course, scale it back. You're going to be able to, as well, add this to all your card concepts. Don't think you can't do all the concepts that you love. I must admit, Debbie, I do just adore that layered butterfly. I love the way it's sort of got a bit of movement to it as well, and you build it up on some foam pads. And this card, who's made this one? This has been made by Sandy Brooks. Look at that. That is a Z fold, but they've done the Z fold and then folded it back so it looks like it's normal, and then you open it up. Kaboom. I love it. $184.99 or $230.95. That gets you the collection with the extra 12 by 12 paper pad and the extra 8 by 8 vellum pad, as well as the extra luxury cardstock. Far and away the most popular way of getting hold of the collection is that deal just there. It comes $147.99 or $184.76 as a platinum member. We will send it out to you for free if you're in the UK or the US, so no postage and packaging, no shipping and handling to worry about whatsoever. If you want the collection with one set of the papers, we can give you those details as well. Again, you'll get free shipping and handling in the US, free P&P here in the UK, $152.85 or $189.80. Still with a really healthy saving there as well, £50 or $63 you are saving. Let me run you through some other bits that I think you might want to add into your order as well, because we've done a colour coordinated ink pad collection for you, which I think is brilliant. I love it when the buying team put these together for you. So what you've got here is, this is your opaque pigments. These are going to look beautiful done with those butterfly stamps and heat emboss. I just think you're going to love that. You've got straw bale, and you've also got pale fig, green topaz, friar brown, and you'll get spring meadow in there too. So if you want to go for those, you can. You'll buy 4, get 1 free essentially in that collection, which is lovely. We also have the stamping platform, a real hero tool. 15% off of this, which is really generous. You get the magnetic base, and then you're of course getting that large 8x8 stamping platform. Now remember, in the large collection, in the signature collection, you do get those double-sided dies in there. You may need, if you want to use that die, you will need to grab a hold of these. They are your double-sided die plates. Essentially, your die goes in here, sandwiched with the cardstock, then these plates, then your clear plastic plates. You've got the smaller one for your junior. These will go sideways through your larger Gemini, like the regular junior plates do also. And then you've got the larger one as well. And if you want to go for the larger one, 10% off of this one for you too, under £15 or $18, which is excellent. Also, I think this collection definitely crying out. It deserves glossy highlights, this collection. You're not getting one here, you're actually going to get 2 of these, which is brilliant. Under £9, just under £10.50. It's buy one, get one half price, which is excellent. So if you want to stock up on that, you can. I know tens of thousands of you have gone for this since we launched it. So definitely stock up on them if you need some of those. Lots of you still chatting away with us as well. Pam E says, I love lavender pillow mist. I grow my own lavender and I use it to make candles with. How fabulous is that? I love lavender. It's one of my absolute all-time favourite fragrances. Christine Mahoney says, Joe, when my order comes, I've got 10 of the 12 by 12 paper pads, 10 of the 6 by 6 pads, 5 of the vellums, and 6 of the cardstock. Wow. Plus extras of all the embellishments. Fair to say that Christine absolutely loves this collection. Picture a mini album with this collection and use charms for the spine on the back. I think that would look beautiful. Mary Pat says the samples are breathtaking. Lorraine says, hi everyone, just got in from work, bought this beautiful collection, can't wait to receive it. I can't wait to see what everyone starts creating with it. We'll no doubt bring you a craft along as well very soon on this, so we'll all be able to create something gorgeous and unique together. I'm going to change the details back to the original collection, the complete collection. So here are those details, $152.85 or $189.80. I'm going to go back to Debbie. She's got even more inspiration for us. Isn't that right, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to use this time, I've gone for the beautiful butterflies, the stamp set, and I've also gone for that gorgeous opulent edge, because I think this one is really, really lovely. And completed with the butterflies, just showing how you can use just a little element again of your kit. Now, this butterfly set, I mean, come on. Look, there's 16 glorious butterflies on there. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of different shapes, lots of different styles. Almost true light butterflies as well. Really, really, really beautiful designs there. And again, I think this particular stamp set, like Joe said earlier, you make your own background paper with it, you can use it, fussy cut them out, all kinds of different things that you can do with them. But for me, that stamp set is going to prove to be very useful because I know for a fact I'm going to use it tons of times. Now, what I've done, and I'll talk about the size of the card. I did use A3 cardstock for this one. So the A3 cardstock, this one actually measures at just shy of 15 inches. It's 14 3/4, measured by 5.5. And I've actually scored it, and I'll give you the correct measurements, at 3 inches and 6 inches, because I wanted a bit of a fold back, because what I'm going to do is create a little edge here using the opulent edge, but I'm also going to use it on this side as well to create a really lovely dimensional card, but again showing you that this die is going to work in so many different ways. Absolutely beautiful. So again, I'm just going to lift that off like so. And then we're going to place it on this edge. Now, I've purposely chosen that size of card, Joe, because this particular die itself measures at 5.2 inches by 1.6 inches. So the measurement there is, and again, if you're in centimetres, it's 13.2 by 4.1. But that's why I've chosen that dimension that I've just given you with the cardstock. And then, like I said, just fold it like you would do a normal fold back. But it creates a little bit more space, because what I'm going to do is use some acetate, and I'm going to have my butterflies floating off there.
Nice.
So again, what I'm just going to do is place that on the edge like so, and we're going to go in with a bit of low-tack tape, like so, and I'm going to open this card up and out. So, oh, now then, where's my big plates gone? Here they are. Now, bringing in my largest plate, I'm going to open that up. In fact, I could get away with that, actually. Yeah, get away with that one. Just leave it folded over. Thin metal die, normal platform combination for your thin metal die. Lovely bit about this die is because it is small, it will go through all your smaller machines as well. So it'll go through your, oh, do you know what? That will go through your mini if you just wanted to cut yourself a little strip, a little border strip.
Perfect.
Perfect size, yeah. So it'll go from any of your machines then, Joe. From your little to your big, absolutely. Depends on what cardstock you're going to use, what kind of style of card you're going to use. Let's put those there for a second. Trust me to leave a little bit. Oh, it's a good job that bit's getting covered up. So I'm just going to lift that off. And now what that's done is created this beautiful, beautiful edge. Take your time, Debbie, take your time. I always say, don't rip it off like a band-aid. Just take your time getting that off. But again, just poking that out. And that's now created that beautiful
It's so
edge.
delicate, isn't it, that die?
Just
really
gorgeous.
beautiful.
And
again, another die that you're going to use with this collection across all, I think it'll be one of those go-to dies that you have at hand all the time, because you can add this to so many projects.
Absolutely. And
anything
now
to stop you, I mean, you could double that up as well, I'm thinking, if you were doing like a wider or a longer project, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I was debating where to pop that, but I'm going to have it on the very edge there, like so. I'm going to open that up, Joe. I'm going to place it and just position it where that little point meets the edge of my cardstock.
Perfect.
And then the reason, like I said, I've chosen that particular size is because I know that it's going to cut out directly on the edge. So again, I'm just going to pop my low-tack tape to hold it down so it doesn't move, like so. And then we're going to run that through again. Endless. I'm just thinking, my little head's going into overtime with this die.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm like?
You're going to go home and start making stuff with this tonight. I can see it when we get back to the house.
Honestly, I've got. I'm going to Stockport on Friday with this because I'm doing a Facebook Live for.
Stockport.
Am I allowed to say? Am I allowed to say?
You're going to be in my hometown.
I'm going to Stockport on Friday.
What time are you finishing?
And when I'm there from 11, I'm doing a Facebook Live. I'll find out first, but I can tell you.
Where is it?
What? Do you know we Lou in Say it quietly.
I don't know.
I'll tell you later in break. I'll tell you later. I've got to find out first, but I'm doing a Facebook
Oh, we
Live.
better find out.
And I've got to do I've got to do my prep for it. And I'm like, my head's thinking all sorts of
What time do you finish? I'll come meet you for lunch afterwards if you're about.
Oh,
I'll be back
you
about
off?
4. Well, I'll be back. I'm finishing early here. I should be home about 4:30.
Oh, I think I'll have done by
You'll
then.
be
I'll be
done
back
by then?
home.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Could
I've
have
got
gone
to
for a
come
little
up here.
Aperol Spritz,
I've got to
couldn't
come up
we?
here because I'm here at the weekend as well.
Oh, are you?
Are you not here this weekend then?
I am not, no.
Is
I'm
it
here
me and
Monday to
George?
Friday this week.
It might.
It was you and George at the weekend, indeed it is.
It could be George. Yeah.
Barnsley Massive.
Barnsley Massive, yeah. Oiland Massive.
I had some people on my walking tour from Barnsley.
Did you
last
really?
week. Yeah.
You should have asked if they knew me.
I said, do you know my mate, Celeb Debs? And I did remember I remembered the name of the place you live as well, but now I can't remember the name of the place.
Hoyland.
Hoyland, that was it.
Hoyland.
And they knew where
Always
you were.
remember,
They knew where
because
it was.
when I say it, it sounds like Oiland. Oiland.
Oiland,
Oiland.
not Ireland.
People are, yeah. Oh, you're from
Oiland.
Ireland. You don't sound like you're from Ireland. I said, no, Oiland. It's not. It's a completely different place. Oh, Joe, look at this. Straight away, that beautiful.
Oh, not a production, it's not a Facebook Live from your home, is it? Just putting that out
No, I'm
there.
putting it out there. It's not a
It's
Facebook
not one
Live
of
from my
those.
home. It's a Facebook Live for another. I'll find out first. I'm going to find out first, and I'll update you on me. I'll update you on my Facebook page.
What you
I
like.
suppose. I'm doing it for the trade.
You know what they
part.
say? Loose lips sink ships.
Oh, I know, yeah. Now, I've cut myself a panel, Joe. Now, that panel now measures, and I'll give you that proper measurement again. It was 3 inches by, and I've completely forgot myself, that 5 1/4 inches. Of course, it's 5 1/4 Debbie for the die. So I've cut my panels down. Again, I've used some of the paper. Now, I've used the paper that I'd already got in my other collection, so that's 12 by 12 pad. I've just snipped into it a little bit more, Joe. And I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension behind the back of there to make that pop. Look how quickly that pops.
Really gorgeous.
You could do it in another colour and you could give it a little shadow effect as well on that edge, but I quite like the white.
If you wanted to, could you die cut the sheet of the paper and like matte and layer it up over the top if you wanted to?
Yes,
So you could have the detail in the pattern and then the plain behind if you wanted.
absolutely.
So
Do what you
many
want with this
options.
collection, Joe. Honestly, do so much with this collection. It's your creative juices will get a flow in, and I don't think there's any part of this collection that I think you're not going to love, that you're not going to use. And I think you're going to use this particular collection all year round, any occasion. Mix it up with other collections that you
Absolutely.
might have. But again, just absolutely beautiful. And I genuinely cannot wait to see the kind of things that you're going to create with it. Now, I've cut myself a little backdrop panel as well, Joe. So what I've done with this is, again, using in keeping with that cardstock. And again, I want to make those butterflies really pop. So I have used the 12 by 12 again. I am a little bit in love, and I know for a fact that the 12 by 12, I'm not waiting around for that paper pad. I'm going to grab myself some more.
Do you know what, Debbie? I could see you even in maybe using something like the Woodland Friends with some of these paper sheets. Like that one you've got there is a bit woodland, isn't it? With the greens. You could definitely bring things like your more, I'm thinking like your nature style collections that we've done in the past would work really well. With this Bell Countryside being another one that would go with this. Lots you can do.
Absolutely, absolutely, Joe. Now, that, again, straight away makes that really,
Stunning.
really pop. Now, what I'm going to actually do now is just pop my acetate on, because I know what I'm like, I'll end up losing it, so I'm just going to bring it in for a second. Now, my acetate, I've measured, because I'm going to give it a little bit of a dome feature. So, the actual measurement is 7 1/4 inches, and I've just gone in at 1/2 inch and given it a score just down the edge. So, if I just hold it up, can you see it like so? I don't know if you can see, well, it's very difficult with acetate, but I've given it a little lip. Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to attach it to the front panel, so that front part of this card here, but I'm going to leave this loose because I am going to have a little feature where it domes, and I'll show you how I do that in a moment. But first things first, I'm just going to hold it down into place, and I've kept the lip side, so the one that's got the 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch, it's entirely up to you, the sizing that you do with that one. I've just scored that, and I've left it with the flap sticking towards me. So the flap is coming towards me, because that's the bit that's going to fold behind. So I'm just going to pop that into place. So then I'm going to use my tape pen, and that's just on both sides. And it's just literally to hold the acetate into place and fold that in. So I'm going to push it to that edge of that fold. I'm going to come down and I'm going to attach it. And that gives me that lovely window. So again, now, and you'll be able to see it, it's like, at the minute it's floating. It looks a bit odd, but I'll promise you, stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how to
Oh, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
What is it they say? Don't retune that dial.
No, and I've also brought in another little strip here.
Oh, Debbie, you are outdoing yourself with this
Well,
card.
can I just tell you that I fell in love with this collection. There wasn't any part of this collection I didn't love. I was thinking, oh, honestly, every single one that I did, I've just fallen in love with, and I could play with this collection to my heart's content and never, ever, ever bore of it. I'm so pleased that Sara let me loose on this one. I did think that Sara would come in and take over, and I actually were expecting the phone call. No, Debbie, I'm going to be doing it, but she's let me do it. She's let me do it. So again, that now brings in that lovely feature. Now, I'm going to put that to one side because I'm going to finish it off in a second, but I'm going to just bring in the butterflies. So I've chosen some watercolour cardstock because I'm going to change it up a little bit and colour them in with some of our aqua pens. Tricolours, aqua pens, entirely up to you. This is a water-based product, so I am using a water-based cardstock. And I'm now thinking, oh my God, I've got 16 gorgeous butterflies to choose from. Which ones am I going to go with?
All of them?
I know, you could. Actually,
you could just put them all on your stamping platform and just chuck
them all on and do that, exactly. So I'm only going to use a couple. I'm saying a couple. I'm going to use 3. I'm not going to go mad. Now, I know that probably surprises you, Joe, because I know what I'm like. I do love butterflies. I'm not going to lie. This is literally a dream come true to do this one because I love them. Love, 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 love them. And I'm just going to take off. I'm just going to, let me get that one off there as well. So I'm just going to use 3, Joe. But I love your idea. Get them all spread out onto your stamping platform and just stamp out loads, colour them in, maybe cut them out, Joe, and then come back to them at a later date. But yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, because I'm using a water-based product, let's see if I can just pop that on the, hang on a minute. There's somebody been squirting something on this.
Maybe that pillar mist.
Just making sure, because sometimes if you've got a mucky rocker block, your acrylic won't stick to it. But I think
you don't
I'm
want a mucky rocker block.
So I'm just going to bring in, because I am using a water-based product, I'm going to find my water-based. Oh, what colours shall we go with? I'll have me flagstone for a change. And again, I'm just going to pop that on, and literally. Oh, I love. Actually, I might do more than one. I might change my mind now. Joe. Let's put a few.
Dolly Dimple says, question, does the Hunky Dory acetate have a backing film on it? I think it does, don't you?
I think the Hunky Dory, and I'll be totally honest.
I think the construction one does.
You think it does? The construction one? Possibly, yeah, possibly.
I don't think their patterned ones do.
No.
So the printed ones that they bring to us, I don't think they have it on.
Yeah, the pattern ones definitely don't.
You just get your pokey tool, scratch it in a corner you're not going to use. On both sides,
you'll
and it
know
will come
though,
off,
Joe,
wouldn't it?
because it's got a cloudy element to it. So it's got like a cloud element to it, so you'll be able to tell. I mean,
I didn't realise you could see me then. I was just scratching the top of my leg.
I thought you were scratching your bum.
And as I was doing that, it really looks like I'm actually scratching the back of my thigh.
I thought
just so you know, because I did just catch myself in my box and thought, well, that doesn't look right, does it?
Well, when I glanced over, did you not see the look on my face?
No.
I was like, what are you doing, Joe?
I've got a very itchy leg. I don't know why.
Oh, bless you.
I feel like I'm a bit allergic to something. I had a very itchy foot yesterday. Now an itchy leg today.
Itchy foot, itchy leg?
Does it mean like I'm going to come into some money or something?
Well, I thought something along those lines.
Yeah.
Does it not mean you're coming into some money?
Isn't it an itchy palm? Like one means you're going to lose loads of money and one means you're going to get loads of money. I don't know.
Somebody will tell us. Somebody will tell us. I hope it's getting you some money, Joe. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Can you stamp on acetate and then colour on the back? Is what Crafty Angie would like to know.
You need your permanent ink, so your perfect one for that would be a waterproof one. But yeah, absolutely you can do. Heat set it.
Ooh. So you can heat emboss on there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, heat set it. Use a sticky ink, or maybe use Up-It pigment ink pad.
Yeah.
Maybe use one of the blacks, because there's the Noir black and the jet black in there. Heat set it and then do that colour in. Absolutely cracking idea. Whoever said that one, whoever suggested that one, that's
no
a
one.
great idea.
You just came up with that idea.
You
came up with that idea.
Did I come up with the idea?
Yes, you just had the idea.
I'm just thinking now, I've got no water in my pen, look. There's no water.
Do you want me to get you some?
Would you mind?
No.
Thank you very much. You just need to top it up with some water. Do you know while you're there, could you get me a water as well, please?
Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you
know if there's
very
any.
much. I'm looking now because no, that's me. Henry Penny Matt. Yeah. So I'm just going to grab hold of a little paintbrush for a second while Joe goes and fills up my water brush. There's no water in any of these spritzers or anything. Oh, that one's got some in though, we'll be all right. And I'm using our aqua pens for this. You'll find all of the pens and the mediums, things like that, tricolour pens on our website. I'm not sure if they're on the show, but you can definitely find any of these. And the reason that I've stamped using the waterproof dye is because, and the watercolour cardstock, is because this is a water-based product, and it means you get the optimum results. You'll get no bleeding, no smudging or anything like that, so it's perfect for anything that's water-based, whether it be your sparkle pens, your glitter markers. This one is the right one to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop down a couple of bits of colour like so. There we go. Now, lovely Joe, bless his little heart.
Sparkle pens in here. And
No,
then
I promise, I'm going to move it to one
There
side
you
so
are.
I
Don't
don't...
knock it over.
No, I know what I'm like. If I move it, I won't do that. There we go. Now, literally, all I'm going to do is pick up the colours
Look at me telling
using
you.
this.
I'm like your mum. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't drink it.
And then I'm just going to go over, and again, I'm just going to bring in and just pop down some colour.
So, Samantha Cheney says, Joe, it means you've got dry skin. Melissa says, it means you're going to walk on strange ground.
Pardon?
So who knows, dry skin or strange ground?
Ooh,
Maybe a bit of both.
Bit of both, maybe, yeah. Bit of both.
And Samantha says, what ink pad did Debbie stamp with to use the aqua markers?
It was the waterproof,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
and I used Flagstone for a change. I thought I'd have a change from black. Truth be known, I can't find the black. We don't seem to have a black in here. But yeah, I do like using the other colours. We've got 4 different colours. We've got black, we've got the Flagstone, we've got rustic brown, and we've got pebble. And it is nice sometimes to mix it up a little bit. It gives you a softer look than a more harsher one that the black offers you. So I'm just going to pop down. Ooh,
Yeah, all 4 of them are in stock colours for the
Perfect.
waterproof, so go check those out on the website.
Perfect. So I'm just going to pop down and mix up a colour of those colours. You can go in directly. Now, I'm not going to go in where I've just been, Joe, but I'm just going to pop some of that colour down and then just spread that out using it and drag it out. That's the lovely thing about our aqua markers. You can colour really, really easily. If you struggle with colour, you won't struggle with these. I promise you won't struggle with these. Let's just pop a bit up there. Just make sure I'm not mixing it or wetting it. And then just drag that out. And then just have a little bit of fun. Have a little play, have a little fun with them. I'm going to darken up that edging just around the edge, like so.
We're getting all sorts of things coming in now. Lynn says, itchy palms, right to receive, left to leave, but don't scratch your palm when it itches. Why don't scratch it? I don't know what that's about. Itchy hand, rub it on wood, money is good, ribbon a spoon, sure to come soon, says Jane Twigley.
Oh,
There we are.
you learn something new every day.
You do.
You do, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Nice to see you using it directly on the cardstock. So I know you often, you sort of lay it down a lot of the time. But I love the blend it gives you when you lay it down like this.
Yeah, so you can go straight in. And again, if you're not happy with anything, you can go back in, pick up and add some colour. But of course, these are water-based products, straight onto watercolour cardstock. Then get a damp brush and then just drag out the colour, move the colour. And that's the lovely thing about them. There's so many ways that you can use them. I use my craft mat a lot because I use it as a palette. But there's nothing to stop you from going in directly. Don't be afraid to use our water-based markers. They just make colouring so easy to do. And you can pull them out. And another thing that you can use is things like clear overlay as well. Do you know the clear overlay sparkle pen? You can use that too, Joe. Create a nice little sparkle feature to it. I'm just going to go in and just whack some colour down. Technical term there. And then just bring in... I'm using my water for my throat. Oh, dear. Oh, well, it won't hurt.
Are you using your drinking water now?
I've just used the drinking water, yeah.
Don't drink it now, will you?
I know, I promise I won't. But then just have a little fun colouring them, Joe. Let them dry off. It won't take long to dry off. It is a water-based product. So don't have to leave it too long. But once you've got them, you're then going to do a little bit of cutting. I'm just going to find a tissue, Joe. There was some, I saw some. Now then, that was the other day. Where's our Tracy?
What
it's there, it's kitchen roll, I found it. Don't drag her in, don't drag her in. No, don't drag her in. Shh, I found it. There we
Don't
go.
panic.
Don't panic over. But then you can take your scissors and you can cut those out. And I'll just fussy cut one and just show you again. What's that noise, Joe?
I don't know.
Can you hear
I can hear a tap running.
Is that what you can hear as well?
Yeah. I don't know where that's
What
come
was
from.
that? Where did that come from?
Panda's Card says, maybe it's payday coming, Joe. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe that's why I've got an itchy palm. And Lynn says, yeah, itchy foot, walking on strange ground. There we are.
Itchy foot, walking on strange ground?
Yeah, it means you're going to walk on strange ground,
I've not
apparently.
heard that one before.
No.
That's a
Me
first.
neither.
I love the fact that we get all this information from our lovely viewers out there. It's just it's like an education at the same time because
Really
there's some
is.
things I've never heard before.
It
I've
really
learned
is.
some things
It
on
is
here.
getting very, very busy, Debbie, as we move further into this show, as we knew it would. I think this is going to be one of those products that, one of those ranges, a bit like the white winter one we did.
Yes.
Was it winter white, wasn't it? It came
Yes.
in, one day, gone, never saw it again.
I never saw that again. Do you know what? I don't think I actually did a demo with it.
No, it sold out on the day we launched it, and then that was it, gone. This could be the same. I mean, we will bring you another collection of this. You'll see this probably, I would imagine, it'll be featured on Second Chance Sunday. You may even see this tomorrow evening on Launch Party as well. Will you see these large collections? I don't think we can guarantee that at this point, because there will be elements of this that go. The 12x12 paper pads, the vellum pad, the luxury cardstock, and all of the embellishments. Lots of you adding extras of all of those into your basket. So we might bring you a collection of the dies back, might bring you some dies and stamps back. I think, like we always say with these Sara Signature collections, if you want the whole collection, you needed to be ordering on the launch day, which is, of course, right here and now. Everything is in stock at the moment, and everything's still available individually. We might get to one of those points soon, Debbie, where we have to maybe limit the amount of individual elements we have, so people still get hold of the collection. But you've got the luxury of all the choices at the moment.
We have indeed. And while it's here in this full collection, this is what I'm going to tell you. It's one of those collections that if you like the elements, don't do what some people have done in the past, where they thought, I'll just cherry pick a few items that I like, and then they've come back to try and get, and it's not been there because it's gone. Because we can't guarantee which is going to be the most popular. It's, we always say this, it's the best opportunity to get hold of it at the launch date, which is why if there's something you love and you like it and your pennies can stretch, get the whole lot.
Absolutely.
And then you're safe. Now, Joe, I've taken another strip. So it was actually exactly the same measurement that I had from a little strip here. But the only difference here is I've put some foam pads on the back.
Nice.
And the reason being is I'm just going to lift that over and just pop that onto this end and just marry it up. But it gives me that little lip for, you remember the lip on the acetate, to sit behind. And that's how I can create the dome piece. So I'm just going to take that off. And then I'm going to put that on. I might just take a snippet off, actually. Let me just grab my craft knife for a second, Joe. Craft knife, where are you? I think I'll go to my little bag here. Have you noticed calling? I've changed my bags, Joe?
What you got now?
I've changed my bag up a little bit.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you done it a tidy?
It's only because the other one was driving me mad. I'm not going to lie. Do you know I carry everything but the kitchen sink when I come out? I felt like I needed to change it somewhat, so I've gone for one of the Totally Tiffany bags.
Right.
And I've got everything in me little, and I think they call it.
So you managed to get everything that was in that other one in the Totally Tiffany one?
Yeah, just with a few exceptions. But look how neat it looks.
Let's have a look.
Look.
Oh,
look how neat it looks.
It looked like there was a seagull living in the last one. It was
looks
everywhere.
So neat.
It does,
looks
doesn't it?
Just so neat and nice, and that's me all tied up. That was what I did yesterday.
The Ditto Tool Tote as well is the Get It Got It Good this week. It launched this morning. Yeah, so you buy the Tool Tote and you will get the Triangle Traveller as well, which is excellent. So you get both of them together. You've got a 20% saving on that, £40 or $50 if you want to go for those two together.
Oh, perfect. Now, the only reason I've taken some off there is because I wanted it to have a little bit of an extra lip for it to go in. So that's why I've moved. I forgot I used quite a big one when I was doing this, and then realised I didn't need such a big piece. So now that's lifted, and I'll just lift it up so you can see you've got that little lift element there.
Nice.
Because that is now going to tuck behind the inside, so it creates that lovely dome feature on the card. So
Fabulous.
You can see that dome. So, and that's where my floating butterflies are. But before we do that, I'm just going to pop in the background there. I'll use another foam pad just onto the back.
Jane says, how on earth are we going to choose demo of the day today? Ooh, I don't know.
Well,
I really don't know.
Honestly, this collection is absolutely stunning. I can't wait to see what some of the other experts come up with as well. I bet we're all fighting to get this for Craft Along.
Bet they are.
I mean, I can't be greedy because I'm lucky enough to get the launch. So I'm not going to put the request in there. But well, if you're listening, Brent, let me. Now I'm just going to pop my butterflies, and they're going to float along there. Now I have cut more than I said I was going to do, so I think I'm going to use my 3 ones that have got that little element of a gradient of them, and have them floating up. I'm going to use on the back though again. I'm going to pop on some hot glue just onto the back. And just because it'll stick that quite quickly, but I'm going to have a little one just floating off the end like so. And then I'm going to bring in the next one. I'm just going to lay that flat for a second just to get in perfect position. And then just bring in another little dollop of glue behind the back there. and then just have that, make sure I've got none there, floating across, like it's floating across the centre. And that's the illusion the acetate gives it, which is what I love about acetate. And then I'm going to go in a little tiny bit on my little one. We'll have them all the same way. Just into the top. Just get rid of all my glue globules. Right, and then tuck that behind there. I might save, in fact, you know what? I'm going to save my butterflies for another project. But there you go, Jo. And again, you've got the lovely floating element of this. Let me move those out of the way. The floating element of that beautiful, gorgeous, having that dome there, but using just a couple of those elements again. So that was that lovely opulent edge. And then the lovely, beautiful, and they're called, let me get the right way around, the beautiful butterflies from that stamp set. And that's created that lovely dome feature with all that, and you can see there, that creates that illusion of them floating across the card.
Really does. Absolutely stunning. They really, really are. The whole collection is beautiful. I know lots of you just joined us. I'm going to take you back through absolutely everything you are getting in this big collection. Let's start actually with that incredible paper pad because it is beautiful. 36 sheets here, double-sided, uncoated, 180 GSM. Great if you want to ink it, you can die cut this, of course. You can overstamp onto it too if you wish. Really lovely, soft colour palette. Got that lovely sort of vintage background to lots of it. You've got things like musical notes in there. Lots of florals in here too, lots of nature. I mean, just so many of you guys' favourite things, which is brilliant. So that is your 12 by 12 paper pad, which you are getting included. Let me share with you as well the 8 by 8 vellums that you are getting here too. So in here you're going to get 24 vellums, which is a lot, by the way, in this collection. We'll just back that on some white paper, just so you can see it more clearly. But look at the gorgeous opacity that you've got on there. Really, really wonderful. So you've got it in the lovely yellows, all going to colour match, and of course the artwork matching the 12 by 12 paper pad. You get the 12 by 12 paper pad. You will get the paper pad in a 6 by 6, of course. You will then get the 8 by 8 vellums. Let me share with you and show you the incredible cardstock. This is the A4 luxury cardstock. Now the great thing about this is it's double-sided, so if you want to use this for your card blanks, you can die cut it, you can emboss it, loads you can do, but look at that gorgeous pearlescence that you've got on there. Absolutely stunning quality, it really is. Then let's move into, let's do the dies first this time, let's mix it up, because they are absolutely beautiful. So you've got this wonderful layering. This is your perfect papillon, which is this one here. So 3 separate dies. Use them individually if you want to, but when you layer them up, you do get this amazing finished butterfly there, and it's really dimensional too because you've got that play with the wings. You have a double-sided die in this collection as well. This is your kaleidoscope. You will need your double-sided die plates. I know most of you out there already own them. They are available on this show as well. Then we've got the monarch, which is this one here. Really lovely, big, beautiful butterfly. You've got the stamp in here, which is fantastic, and then you've got the edge dies, which allow you to cut this so it's leading off the edge of your project. I'm going to show you. I've got a finished sample here, which has got that as an example, so you can see. Here we are. The lovely Debbie Clough's made this one. Can you see there how you're able then to cut that in off the edge, which is just excellent. Really, really love that. And then we move on to this one. This is your marvellous Mariposa that you've got here. Again, it's kind of like that postage stamp style. 3 separate dies though. So what you've got here is the outside edge, the matte layer, and then that focal point there as well. And you're able to manipulate those wings too. If you want to stick those wings down, maybe you're posting something, you're worried about something, you know, getting caught or snagging, you can actually stick those down too. You've got the options when it comes to using it, which I think is brilliant. You've then got your opulent edge, which is this one here, a really lovely size for an edge. It makes a great header also on your projects. Then you've got your opulent frame. Again, really beautiful frame die. Going to look great for showcasing pictures if you wanted to, or using it in any of your scrapbooking projects. I think the unsung hero of this collection are these ones here. These tags, you are going to get so much use out of these. Whether you're using them with your butterfly collection or away from the butterfly collection, they are amazing. So do grab those. Next up, then what we've got are our stamped and embossing folders. So we've got some really lovely sentiments on here. This is your butterfly kisses. So things like on your special day, sending smile, you got this, love that one. butterflies appear when loved ones are near. Birthday wishes with love. Sending you butterfly kisses. So all of those coming your way. Then these awesome stamps too, which are your beautiful butterflies. Really gorgeous. Would look lovely heat embossed. Wonderful for doing things like backgrounds also. Then you've got your embossing folder. A really lovely one here with that very vintage looking butterfly in the centre of that's your in-flight. Then we're going to move on to the embellishments because they are off the chart amazing on this particular collection. You've got these ones here. These are your butterfly charms. You'll get 10 of these for that price that you can see just there, which is excellent. Then you've got the brads. Now the brads they are so delicate, but you've actually got gorgeous little butterfly images on the inside of that, which almost look like they're on kind of like a mother of pearl is what it looks like, a faux mother of pearl. Absolutely stunning. Going to be really great for finishing off your projects. If you want to pop a couple of those down the body of that large butterfly, you can do that. We then have the binding ribbon available too, which is this one just here. You're going to get that one included, all colour matched, of course, for your collection. And then the elegant lace too, which is just stunning. Real beautiful lace there. $4.99, $6.95. All of that is coming included in your main collection, so definitely grab the main collection. The details are here. That gets you everything. Now what that does is that gets you a 25% discount compared to buying the individual items, which I think is wonderful. $152.85 or $189.80. That's with that saving, as you can see. Platinum price becomes £122 or $151. That means everyone in the UK and the US is getting free postage and packaging or free shipping and handling, which is excellent. I know what a lot of you will be thinking, though. You'll be wanting to go for extras of the paper pad. So we've made it really easy for you to buy the whole collection and in one click also get the A4 luxury card, an extra of the 12x12 and an extra of the 8x8 vellum. So this one has all of those extras. So you've got the extras there. $184.99, $230.95. You've got a great saving still. You're still saving 25%. You can use your Club Inspired discount. You get the free postage and packaging and the free shipping and handling. Lots of you then choosing to add a 6x6 in or some of the embellishments. Of course, you are free to do that and build your basket. What I would say is if you are spending £50 or dollars or more on individuals, you will get a 10% saving, which I think is brilliant. It is exceptionally busy over on the website. 3 times as many of you going for this deal as the one without the extras. There's a lot of very full baskets over on the website, so I think what we should do is just take a moment, give you an opportunity to check yourself out, and then we'll come back with Debbie and more fantastic demonstrations. Whilst you do that, here's some of the fun stuff we get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Absolutely, get yours now, right now. Loads of you loving this show and loving this collection, as we knew you would. Christine says, OM gosh, Debbie, your demos are off the charts beautiful today. How are we going to choose card of the show? Loads of people have said that. Pam says, stunning, stunning makes. Holy Smoke says, Pat sends paper hugs. Pammy says, gorgeous, Debbie. Tracy says the cards are all beautiful, as does Lorraine. Beth's loving it. Mary Beth says a beautiful card too. Lynn says that's another gorgeous card. There's so much love, Debbie, in the comments. Deborah, Pammy, Debbie, Pammy says, Debbie, Sara is probably applauding the fact that she gave you this launch. We'd love to have a craft along on that particular card, says Send Paper Hugs. And Marge says, wow, love this collection. It is very, very busy. I'm going to leave the details on the screen for you with the extra paper pads and the extra luxury cardstock, because that is the one that you're loving at the moment. But I know we've got just over an hour left, Debbie. Where's it going? It's absolutely flying by, isn't it?
Well, I thought we've got to touch on this gorgeous embossing folder that's in the collection, which is called In Flight. Beautiful. I mean, I love embossing folders anyway, but this one is beautiful beyond belief. 3D as well, so you've got extra sculpture and dimension. Will look beautiful on those luxurious pearlescent cardstock that we've got in the pack, but also taking it out of there with your inks and things like that and your gilding wax, it's going to look equally as beautiful. You see that gorgeous design? Oh, honestly, Joe, this is just absolutely beautiful. Like with anything, when you're using a 3D and you're unsure of which side it is, always feel for the raised side. I know that one is, you can feel it quite easily when you run your fingers across, because it's the raised side that you want to fit into the recessed side to give that push up of the dimension.
I quite like it the other way sometimes.
The deboss,
the
yeah.
Deboss. I think the deboss can often look as nice as the emboss.
Absolutely it can. And another thing as well, Joe, slap on some ink. So
slap it on? Is that the technical term?
Slap on, another technical term there. Slap on some ink. I'm using baby blue and pale fig for this because I thought vintage vibes with the colour that I chose from the paper pad. I actually quite like this one. I'm going to bring in a piece of tissue though, just to hold it down, because I have got very hot hands. And I'm just going to literally take the ink. Now, if you're unsure, you can go straight in with your ink pad. I've got one of the big, big daubers, big ink applicators. You can actually pop some onto there and then go in. There's no running up. You can go straight in and mix up. Now, don't worry if you get the little splodgers. It's absolutely fine, Joe, because these blend so beautifully together. There is no fear at all. You can blend beautifully and create over maybe a little faux pas that you might have done. You can go direct. There's none of this running up, do you know, that we normally do.
Don't like running, do we, of any variety, Debbie?
I definitely wouldn't be doing any running of any variety. But simply just slap that on. And again, like I said, any little bits that you've got extra. And the only reason I've got this is because I've got different colours on this ink pad, as you can see. But you can go back in, Joe, and you can blend over the top. And the effect that I'm going for with this one is actually a bit of a faux bleaching technique. So I'm not going to worry too much. But again, you can just blend out that colour and any faux pas that you may have done. There's no right or wrong way with this. And again, just only thing I'm doing is I'm making sure I've covered over the ink with my hand, because moisture from my hand, with it being a water-based product, will lift up that colour. And I don't want to quite catch... We don't want that now, do we? Well, I don't want to kind of get that kind of technique with before bleaching. So again, I'm just going to go in. It doesn't matter which ink pad you use either. Ink applicator that you use. I wish I hadn't picked this one though now, because it's just starting to drive me mad. I've got different colours on that one, and not kind of the colour scheme that I was going with. But did you see me searching earlier? Couldn't find one that was clean. Nearly every one of those ink applicators that's in that bowl that we have in the studio is covered in all sorts of colours. But again, I'm not going to worry because look, you can blend really, really quite easily with these. And again, just going back in, going back over to create that lovely blend. And I thought this looked quite vintagey kind of colours of this, Jo. I thought, you know, I've got a kind of really nice, yeah, producer Georgian, absolutely. A muted kind of
I
colour.
love it when the buying team pull these together as well and put the collections together on for the ink pads, which is brilliant. There is that ink pad 5-piece collection, remember, which is the, are these the water reactive ones?
These are the water reactive.
Excellent.
Which ones have we got?
We've got opaques on the show, so you'll get straw bale, pale fig, green topaz, and you get the spring meadow for free as
The
well.
thing
So
is with the
opaques.
opaque is you can blend just like you can with the water-based ones. So yeah, that's probably a good choice actually. But again, I'm just going to keep it like that, and then all I'm going to do, Jo,
beautiful background, Debbie.
you can make some lovely backgrounds. I love making backgrounds. Lovely Jamie from Creative Expressions. I was down at Creative Craft the other day, and he's got some pixie powders. Do you know, he's lovely Jamie Rogers from Creative Expressions.
I love Jamie, he's great, isn't he?
Well, he gave me some. Honestly, he gave me some, and I was like, oh my God. I love making backgrounds with any inks and all sorts of different things. And I do believe, I think I might have got, I'm sure I've got a mixed media class this weekend. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm hoping there's lots of inks on there as well, because you know I love getting inky.
Is that watercolour card you're using, Marge?
Yes, it's watercolour cardstock. The two colours I used in our water reactive was baby blue and pale fig, because I kind of liked the colour scheme of this one that matched my paper, because the paper that I've chosen, hence why I chose those two colours, can you see? They match really beautifully with that particular cardstock, which is going to be the base of my card.
Brilliant.
Now, I've left my water on there for quite some time, Jo, so because the longer you leave the water on there, the more... Oh, I'm doing it again, Jo. I'm using my water that I'm supposed to be drinking from. Oh, dear me. Oh. The longer you leave the water on there, the more... And you can see it. It's visible straight away. It's happening before, but the longer you leave it on, the more it sucks out the ink. From the cardstock. Yeah. So that's why I prefer to leave it that little bit longer and then peel back. Oh,
lovely.
Oh, I adore this. And like I said, that just looks absolutely beautiful. And now it's ready for me to put through, because I kind of like this idea, popping it into the cardstock, so it's the cardstock into there. And I'm just going to make sure I've got it nice and straight. And I always do this. Jan's exactly the same. We cut down it a little bit smaller. This is a 5x7 embossing folder.
Yeah.
So I've just taken it down to 4 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. And I'm just going to position that into place so that the embossing is all over where I need it to be. Perfect. And then we're going to run it through the Gemini. And it's a 3D embossing folder, so the combination for a 3D embossing folder...
Is it a 3D? I didn't realise it was a 3D
Yes,
one.
it's 3D. It's not standard, it's 3D. You've got that lovely 3D effect on there. Is the plastic shim on the top, the magnetic shim over the top of the folder, and run that through. And the only time that you might need to change that is that if you get too much of an embossing... I mean, I could never say too much of an embossing because I love embossing, but you might just need to switch out your magnetic shim for the metal shim. Okay. So instead of having that there, put your metal shim in there. But again, it's, you know, try it in that combination that we recommend first off with a 3D embossing folder. And then we're going to pop that, even before I add anything else, I can see it. Now, it's yeah, there you go, you can see it literally. But I'm going to emphasise that a little bit more because I'm going to bring in one of our favourites here at Crafters Companion, which is our Pebeo Gilding Wax. I've gone for King Gold on this one, but you can use any of the golds. I think it'll work really beautifully with it.
Yeah, there's a couple of different duos over on the website, actually. You can get the Empire and Renaissance golds together, or you can get the King Gold and the silver together, and they've got a 25% discount on them as well.
Perfect.
So buy one, get one half price, which is excellent.
Perfect. So all this is doing, Jo, is again it does give it a little vintage look, and I'm just adding the gilding wax over the top, and I'm going in, and again it'll pick up the detail from the butterfly wings, all the embossing features, even down to the what I call the first level embossing, which is this lovely background. The raised is all these beautiful details on the foliage there, and also those butterfly wings, which just looks beautiful.
Really gorgeous.
Please excuse me a minute, Jo, while I just have a quick swig.
Are you swigging out that water?
I had to.
Debbie, I'm going to get you another one.
I know, I'm sorry, I had to. I just had to because I just needed a little to wet the whistle.
Like? just drink a colouring water.
Yeah, it's fine, Joe. It were only aqua markers. God love him. He's gone running out to get me a fresh drink. Because look, needs must is all I'm going to say. Needs must. When you can feel that frog in your throat coming and that cough coming, you need to just quickly take a swig. So I've done it before. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it normally, but again, it's just I just needed to do that just to give the old whistle a wet. So I'm going to pop that down again. I'm just dabbing off the excess, and I'm just going over there, and you can see already it's picking up those lovely details on the butterfly wings, which just looks absolutely exquisite. And again, I'm just going to build up. Now I know how lovely Leanne, when she uses gilding wax, she just goes straight in. She likes that more detailed look with a lot of wax over. I like to build it up until I've got the required. Thank you. I tell you what, let's move that out of the way underneath the counter, and then I'm not going to get confused, am I? Thank you very much, Joe. You're very kind.
What are you like today?
I know. So yeah, so Leanne likes to go straight on with a lot. I prefer to do the building up of the colour, and that's why I prefer this way. And again, it's just emphasising, and I'm just going to rub a little bit just in the background, not a lot, but just a little bit over, just to touch up that lovely extra little piece that's in there. You can already see it looking absolutely beautiful. You could do the same effect with an ink. You could take one of your ink applicators and go over the top and just brush over the top, which will pick up, it'll only pick up the raised elements. So you could do that if you wanted to. You can also take on, you can also go on with your ink applicator, with your gilding wax, if you're not a lover of getting your fingers all inky. To me, it doesn't matter, which is why I'm just going straight in there. And again, I'm just going to build up that colour. And the lovely thing as well, Joe, do you know we've got them in duos? You can actually mix up a couple. What did you say some of the duos were?
You can go for the King Gold and the Silver, or the Empire Gold and the Renaissance Gold together.
The Renaissance.
Buy one, get one half price. Lots of buy one, get one half prices actually. There's craft cardstock, buy two, get one free, with some tacky glue as well. There's loads of different sort of really lovely little bundles over on the website. Do go over there and check them out. If you hit that shop the show button, you'll be able to see absolutely everything that is on the show for you. Loads we're not even going to get a chance to show you. A lot of people, Debbie says, Lynn says, Debbie, what are you like? OMG, Debbie, says Debbie Hodgson. I think this is you drinking your colouring water. It wasn't too coloured, the colouring water, so we should be all right, hopefully.
Yeah,
Pam says that is stunning. We're all mesmerised watching Debbie's demo, says Sherry. Jane says, gorgeous embossed Debbie. So much in this collection. Need to lock myself in my crafty room when it arrives. Marge says, Debbie, you should use the CC water bottle, then you won't get confused with the paint water. We need to get you one of the Crafter's Companion water bottles.
Yes, I do know I had one, but I've lost it. I don't know where I lost it either, because the last time I had it was up here, and I lost it. Do you know the purple one?
Did it have your name on it?
Yeah, no, didn't have my name on, no. So I don't know where it went. Not that I'm accusing anybody of pinching it, but I don't know where it went. So literally all I'm doing now is buffing off the excess, because you can see all the excess there, but it also gives it that extra little bit of a shine as well. But look at the difference it's made now to that lovely embossed detail.
So beautiful.
It looks absolutely beautiful, and with that lovely vintagey background there, the detail is just phenomenal, and it's going to look absolutely stunning when I now add it to the cardstock. So I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning though.
No worries. Any questions or comments you've got, get them into me. The details here on your screen are, of course, with the extra 12x12 paper, the 8x8 vellum, and, of course, the luxury cardstock. That is still far and away the busiest item. Nothing has sold out at the minute, is what I would say. So if you want to be sure you're going to be able to get your hands on all of this collection, and this is going to go the same way, I think, as like the vintage lace or, you know, the winter white. It's going to be one of those collections that comes in and is then gone. It is really, really busy again over on the website. This is the one that everyone seems to be going for. Remember, if you are in the US, you have no shipping and handling to pay and no postage and packaging here in the UK either. So definitely grab it whilst we have the lot. You want to be full set syndrome with this one, Debbie, don't you?
Absolutely you do, absolutely. Now, I'm not going to waste some of this beautiful cardstock, so what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to bring in my craft knife, and I'm just going to give it a little border. Now, normally I would use my craft ruler, but I'm quite happy with just going straight in there and just getting rid do a little bit of the word, what we don't like using, but the word gutting, because it just means I can use that for other things, maybe some of the butterflies.
Excellent.
And it just means then I can then place my cardstock over. Nobody's none the wiser. Now, again, you could be adding your distress inks around the corner of there, and that's all I did. Again, I took the edging with the crushed velvet, because I thought the crushed velvet brought out the little detail there, like so, which again just looks absolutely beautiful. And you can just go straight around the edging. I'll just go straight around, just to give it that little bit of a distressed element, and it just brings it. It gives it a pop, bit of pop of colour, and looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to now, and this size card, I've gone big this time, Jo, because I've gone with a 6x8 card. I literally just wanted to go a bit bigger because they've got a 5x7 platform with the embossing folder. I wanted to frame it a little bit, so I'm just going to pop on there some wet glue, like so. There we go. And then just run my wet glue over the top. Come on, wet glue. I think I might actually, let me just go and transfer another bottle because I think I'm nearly end at that one. There, that's better. Let's just give this a clean on the top. I think we could do with some more all-purpose glue. Look like we're getting towards the end of these bottles. So I'll give it a little shake. But we do use them a lot in here, don't we, Jo?
Oh, can you imagine? I wonder if we could work out how many miles of tape pen we use a year.
Oh, my days.
Can you imagine?
I honestly would not want to think about that because we,
I
know I use a lot.
Probably all the way around I reckon you could probably go all the way around the world, you know, with the amount of tape pens that we use.
Absolutely. So again, I've chosen, and I've gone with a 12x12 cardstock with this one again, Jo.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, John. He heard me, bless him. I didn't realise he went room and listening. Then I'm going to pop that just over the top. So there you go. Now it's covered that little piece up. Just going to position it into place. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, that looks nice and straight. Is that straight? Wait a minute, Jo. It's a good job of using it all purpose. Not that I'm a stickler for detail, but I like things to look. There we go, that's better. There we go. So I'm going to go right over there. And then I've taken a piece just to go in and act as a frame where my embossing folder sits. So it gives it that little bit of a frame and lifts it a little bit. And I'm just going to stick it down with some all-purpose glue again. Like so. Now, because it's like debossed on this side, make sure you've got a nice bit of glue. Do you know, like normally we'll tell you not to put a lot of glue in there. Just make sure you've got some really nice pieces, just pieces of glue just into the background there. So again, let's just hold that down. Make sure that's nice and sealed on the top. There we go. And if you do get any seepage, the fact that I've used all-purpose means I can roll off that excess glue. No problem when it comes to the wet purpose glue. All-purpose glue. Wet purpose
glue?
Wet purpose glue.
Runny glue, someone called it the other day. Was that you?
Someone
called it runny glue.
No, I call it the wiggly glue.
Wiggly glue?
Wiggle glue, yeah. Gives it a bit of wiggle time. There we go. And then I just put one in the middle. There we are. So that's just going to lift it a little bit. Now, I think I was going to use some twine. In fact, let's see if I can. I might put a bit of twine just round edge. So again, I'm just going to just go in like so.
You're liking your foam pads at the moment, aren't you?
I am, yeah. And I love a bit of twine as well. I've been finding all sorts of things in my crafty stash I have. Let's go in and wrap that around. Now, let me just see if I can pop a little bit underneath, because I'd like to do it underneath it. Let's see if I can get that underneath. There we go. Yeah, because I can hide that underneath there.
Jane saying how beautiful the papers is. Judy saying gorgeous as well. Julie's going to give this a go later. Pam E says I'm going to give this a go later as well. Just stepped away and didn't catch what cardstock is Debbie using. Was it stamping card or watercolour card?
And this particular card base, it's stamping card.
The inky, I think the inky bit.
The ink, watercolour, yeah, absolutely
watercolour,
yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was just trying to wrap it round. Thankfully, I had used the wet wiggle glue, which means I've got time to get it round my cardstock.
Thank goodness
so
for a
I'm
bit
just
of
going to
wiggle,
pop that around. You what, sorry?
Thank goodness for a bit of wiggle.
Thank goodness for the wiggle glue, yes, absolutely. But I'm just going to make sure I've got that in the right place. There we go. That's better. That's where you wanted it, Debbie. So let me just attach that round the back. Now, I'm going to just hold it down, I think, with tape. Yeah, I'll use my tape.
Debbie's nails look fabulous, says Dana.
Oh, thank you very much. These were me Valentine's nails, although they're covered in
Are we going to have an
gilding
Easter
wax
nail?
at the minute. You what, sorry?
Will we be seeing an Easter nail?
Maybe, possibly. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I quite like, but I wanted to go a bit red. I don't normally do red, Joe, but I quite like the idea of having a bit of red. And plus it obviously was Valentine's.
It's Pancake Day tomorrow, Debbie.
It's what day?
It's Pancake Day tomorrow.
Is it really?
No, hang on. I've got that wrong. It's next week.
Oh, I got right excited then.
We can have pancakes tomorrow.
You can. Do you know what? You can have pancakes
Every day's
anytime.
pancake
Yeah,
day
exactly.
at my house.
That's what my daughter would say because she loved. She loves.
So it's
loves
next Tuesday.
Is it next Tuesday?
Yeah, but I am here on Pancake Day, so we will have to have pancakes.
Oh, I'm not here next week because I'm.
Are you not?
I'm having a week off.
You're having a whole week off? Lovely.
I'm having a week off from everything. I'm not really because you know me. I'll be in my craft room. But yeah, I'm having a week off. I'm having a bit of time with the family. I might go down to Bristol and see my daughter, although she don't know that yet because I ain't told her. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a few days off. Actually, I've got a bit of stuff to do in the house. I need to get on with the bedroom. Do you know the bedroom that was me craft room that should be now my bedroom
it's
again?
Not full. It's not turning into an overflow craft room, is it? Ooh. Debbie, I knew this was going to happen. I thought you were a changed woman, Debbie.
I am a changed woman. I am a changed woman.
How many boxes are in there at the moment?
There's a few in there. Although, to be fair, I am donating some to a charity that one of my friends who I used to know from Chesterfield, I'm actually doing a little bit of there for her. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And I am doing another little bit of a clear out. And my friend is going to be getting some as well. So I've told my friend Linda she's going to get some. And then Joanne's going to take some for the group that she's in as well. So yes, I'm being good, Joe, but it takes a bit of time, you know, to get rid of absolutely everything. Plus I need to strip the bedroom back.
I've just left the apartment this morning. I was only back for a few hours on Friday morning. I was back a few hours last night. And Debbie, it looks like I've been burgled as I was leaving today. It honestly does. It takes moments to mess it up and hours to clean.
Bless
What's that
you.
all about?
It's terrible, isn't it? Now,
There is stuff everywhere.
that happens. Now, this is from that ticket. You know, I told you about the tags and the ticket.
Love that.
That's the tags and ticket one. And the thank you so much is from that lovely stamp set that's in there as well, Joe. And you know what? I'm going to leave it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to leave it. I was planning on putting something else on there, but I'm quite happy just to let that beautiful embossing folder take the centre stage. And again, just by using some of your inks that you have in your collection, look how it matches that paper. Almost like it flows through there, which is why I use the pale fig and the baby blue.
Really
got
does.
them lovely vintage tones. But how beautiful does that look?
Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really does. Two different options when it comes to going for the full collection. Remember what you've got here at the moment is the one with the extra pads. You're getting the whole collection. Then extras of the A4 cardstock, the 12x12 papers, and also the 8x8 vellum as well. $184.99, $230.95. You've got a 25% saving, which is amazing, considering it is a brand new collection today, saving you over £61.77. You can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount. You can see the platinum price there on your screen. Everyone will get free shipping and handling in the US, free postage and packaging, of course, here in the UK too, which is brilliant. So we can send this out to you totally free of charge, which I think is incredible. If you want to go for it without the extra cardstock, you can get just the complete collection, gets you one of absolutely everything, $152.85 or $189.80. It also represents a 25% saving. So however you're going for it, you're getting excellent value. If you want to go for individuals, you can spend over £50 or dollars, you'll save 10% on those too, even if that's you adding in extras to your basket as well. Right, I want to share something else with you. I want to share with you what launched today is, of course, this week's Get It, Got It, Good. Do not miss out on it. It is from Totally Tiffany. It's the ultimate on-the-go collection. You are going to get the Ditto Tool Tote in here. You are also going to get the Triangle Traveller 2. The Ditto Tool Tote is amazing because it folds out, of course, for you. Opens out if you want to use it on your workspace. You can access everything. Then you can close it down, and it is truly portable too. Now, the Triangle Traveller is brilliant. Brilliant for crafting supplies, also great for cosmetics. Wonderful for things like your makeup as well. If you want a little makeup bag, a little on-the-go tote of any description. Brilliant deal for you, saving you £11 or $15, barring a couple of pennies or cents. And Debbie's actually got one of these as well, which is brilliant. And yours, Debbie, I mean, I could ask you to empty it all out, but I think we'll be here until the end of the show, won't we?
No, we're not going to ask me to empty it all out. I've got all sorts in mine. I fancied a clear out of my other one. Now, this is my purple one, but obviously you're getting it in black.
You are indeed.
I just think it's an amazing storage space, and you can cram so much. Now, you know Craig, because Craig's got one as well. In fact, I think, is Craig's teal or is it purple? Might be teal, I think.
I think Craig's is a teal one.
Yeah, but I just want to show you that you can actually have it and have everything out on your craft desk because it opens up. It also has in the back here, and I'm just going to turn it there. Do you know if you've got like your little paper trimmers or you want to have a little storage space, there is a storage space there in the middle as well. But it's absolutely fabulous. Now, mine is crammed to the rafters. I've got all sorts in there, from embossing powders to glues to craft knives to scissors to gems, which I've just seen are opening up everywhere, red liner tapes. I've got all my pens and pencils, all my brushes. I've got all sorts in here, from embossing folders to dies to magnets. I've got glue sticks. I've got all my pencils and my wood pencils. The ones that sand all your, you know, your techniques, your blending tools that you need. A pencil sharpener's in there. I've got glitters. I've got, oh, honestly, absolutely tons. I'll just tip it up, hopefully, so you can grab a little idea.
Debbie,
of,
your glue
it's
gun's
my glue gun. I know. I need to just make sure I've got a hole for my glue gun, so I need to make sure that I've got a little space for it to sit in there. But the lovely thing is, it folds back in, so when you go portable and you go out with it, you just literally with the hook and eye there, and it's super, super strong, that, let me tell you. Pop that together, and then you've got it to carry, and you can carry it around with you then, Joe. So let me just, there you go.
Look at you. It's like a dumbbell, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Oh, gosh. I forget just how much I load in mine. But honestly, it's a fabulous tool bag that you can carry around with you. Maybe yours might not be quite as full as this, but it just shows you the kind of things that you can get at it. And the fact that it holds so much storage for me, and the element of being able to have it on your craft table, which is why I transferred it into this. It means that I can have it flat on my craft table without having to have everything out everywhere.
I love the fact there's no sharp bits on there. You know, some bags are like scratchy up and they have sharp edges.
No.
This has all got gorgeous piping on there. You know, the stitching's really going to last. And also, go and have a look at the 5-star reviews across the whole of the Tiffany range. It's such a well-loved range, isn't it, and brand over on our website.
Absolutely. And it tells you something when all of the craft experts love it as well, because we do, and all of us have got one of these. Debbie's got one. I know Craig uses it all the time, but yeah, they're absolutely fabulous bags that hold a whole heap of things in there as well.
They do indeed. Right, let's go back. I want to just highlight some of the individual items for you. So we've got the 12 by 12. Lots of you are putting extras across the board into your basket. So let me share with you the 12 by 12 first and foremost. So you've got in here, of course, 36 double-sided pages, uncoated as well, so you can ink on it, you can stamp on it too. If you want a fussy cut, it would be beautiful for that as well. A really lovely colour tone, lots of florals, lots of nature in here, all on that kind of muted vintage background. So something that's going to work really nicely with lots of the other collections you already have. So that's a 12 by 12. Now the 6 by 6, exactly the same, but what it does is they are resized. So you've got the whole image in a 6 by 6 size, rather than having a quarter of the image. Brilliant these are for those smaller card projects you want to do. $5.99, $9.95. Remember, if you are spending over £50 or dollars after your Club Inspired discount has come off on the individuals, then you are going to get a further 10% discount. I want to share the details of the vellum with you again. Really beautiful. I think we're becoming really well known now for our vellums because the quality of them is amazing. So this is your vellum. You're going to get multiples of each. You're getting 24 sheets of the vellum, which is fantastic. So you've got 6 designs. It means you get 4 of each design, which is wonderful. So you can go for that, $12.99 or $14.95. And we have the A4 pearlescent luxury card. Brilliant that this is double-sided as well. Are they always double-sided in the Sara signatures? In my head, they were single-sided previously, Debbie.
I'm not sure, Joe.
I was surprised when I looked at it as double-sided. I don't know why.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Really gorgeous. And also just a great versatility. If you want to make things like tags with these, you can. If you're going to use it for your card blanks, absolutely, you can do that because you've got that double-sided element. And it is 250 GSM, which is a really good all-around weight for die cutting, embossing, box making, construction, to your card concepts. You can do all of that. Going to go back to the details of the main collection with the extra 12 by 12 papers, A4 card and vellum added into there as well. You'll get 2 of each of those. This represents the best value on the show. It's a quarter off, which is amazing considering we're able to launch it with an incredible discount. $147.99, $184.76 if you're a Platinum member. Remember also, if you're in the US, you'll get free shipping and handling on this. Of course, free postage and packaging here in the UK too. Loads of love still coming in, Debbie, for this whole collection, which is great. Mary says a butterfly charms would be darling on a bracelet. I just love this collection. I keep thinking of different ways to use all of the lovely elements. Another beauty, Debbie says, Sherry. Rhonda loves their tool tote. Debbie saying as well, they love theirs. It goes alongside of my desk and holds so much stuff. Can we just say all of the demos are card of the day? I know Debbie is in an element with her beloved butterflies, and this collection has made every one of these cards shine. It has, and I think the great thing is with this collection, Debbie, isn't it? I'm not discrediting you in any way whatsoever. When you've got a beautiful collection and you're inspired by it and there's beautiful elements within it, it makes it easier to be creative and create beautiful things.
Totally, honestly, that is so true, Joe. When you've got such a beautiful collection, I think it's your brain just goes into overtime thinking of all the different ways it can use it, different projects it can use. Me personally, I'm thinking home decor as well, so scrapbooking pages. Honestly, it just keeps coming. Every time I think of something else, I keep thinking, oh, I could have done that. I wish I'd have done this. This is what it's like. It's just everything just flows really beautifully together. The whole collection, as you know with the Sara signature range, just works so beautifully together because she thinks like a crafter. You know, the guys in the office are crafters. That's what we think like. We think like a crafter does because that's what we do. And this is what I love about Sara signature range. All these pieces work so beautifully together. The colour theme fits beautifully together with that vintage theme. But ultimately, you can take this outside of that collection and use it in lots of other ways as well, which is what I love about it. Now, I'm going to move on to the marvellous Mariposa. I adore this die. I love the element that it gives us with this postage stamp die. I love that one. And again, it comes in 3 pieces, so that opportunity of different ways of crafting with it are just sensational, and they really, really are. So I'm going to cut myself, and I'm using the cardstock, the luxury pearlescent cardstock that's in that pack. And I'm going to create myself, first of all, this beautiful piece. It really is beautiful. And I love this one, Joe, because the element cuts out all this gorgeous feature of that lovely background of that trellis. But the butterfly wings only come to this point and then this bit stays connected. So the body part stays connected, which gives that lovely in-flight feel.
It's really cool,
and
isn't
I'm
it?
just hoping I haven't cut that down to... I'm such a tightwad when it comes to cardstock because I love the cardstock that we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold that down with some low tack tape. And I'm just going to position that into that lovely pink. There we go. So let's go in there. And I'm just going to hold it down one end and t'other end.
T'other end?
T'other end. Do you know what we're lacking today, Joe?
Sorry?
I mean, do you know what we're lacking today?
What?
And I'm going to give them a call out in the hope that they might hear us. I'm desperate for a warm drink.
Are you? I think they are...
I'm desperate for a coffee. I'm not kidding. I'm like...
I think you've got 2 Opes today, Bob Ope and No Ope. They are
they
running.
busy bees?
They are running around. I
I've
can see them like
I keep seeing them
whirling
going like
dervishes
this,
out there.
one that way. But I'm just hoping.
I haven't seen them stand still for the last few hours.
I'm hoping they might have heard me. I saw Brent earlier. We're going to wave at him like this and do this action like this to see if he could, you know.
I'll make you a tea.
Take a hint.
Right.
Black coffee. Yeah, that's what I were hoping. But he just kind of looked at me blankly.
Yeah.
But he thought, what's she doing? What is she doing? Normally they keep us well watered, don't they? So it tells you how busy they are when they not that they forget, but they're absolutely
it is all
really
go
busy.
today here, isn't it, Crafters TV?
There's so much.
But there's so much excitement happening and so many things happening behind the scenes that we can't tell you about that we can maybe reveal. I can't say anything.
Can't you say anything?
Getting myself in trouble. Not Friday. Debbie's doing a Facebook Live somewhere else for another company. She's already let that slip. She hasn't said which company it is though yet. I guess it's probably the range.
But it's through Crafters Companion though.
Who was it?
I can't say because I don't know if I've got permission.
Are you doing it for Crafters Companion?
I'm doing it for Crafters Companion, yeah. Don't believe, I'm not moonlighting, Joe, I'm not moonlighting.
I don't know
Cut
why
me
you
in
can't-
half
I don't
and
know
I
why
am
you
purple
can't-
through and
I
through.
don't know why you can't say.
Well, I'll tell you later, I'm going to find out first. I want to get official nod that I can say it first because it's with this collection. So we need to ask if I can actually say that because I'm not sure if I can.
I bet you can.
Now, let me just come in with a different colour cardstock.
Good
so you
changing
can
of subject there, Debbie. Good moving along of the conversation.
But can you see it, Joe? Look, it stays connected. I love this die alone is just absolutely
Stunning, isn't it?
beautiful. I can think of, do you know, gift boxes and putting some acetate behind the back and then you've got that see-through element. I'm just thinking all sorts with this die again, but the beautiful feature, it even does all the embossing on the inside of the body. I just think is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. To create that background piece that's it's going to sit on as well, I've got the outside die to be able to cut that, and I'll just speed that little bit up so you don't want to see me running through a plain piece. But it creates the perfect background for that to sit on, which is what I'm going to do with this one, Joe. So, first things first, I'm going to tuck my wings back because when I'm using my dotty tape pen, I'm not going to go where the wings are. I want those wings to lift up. So, I am going to just pop it over the trellis and over the edges. And I'm going to go down there. Again, exactly the same, taking care not to go over where the part of the wings are. So, and I'm just going to go over, and again, a little bit just into that centre. And then just place it, and because it matches perfectly, I'll just pop that there like so. It just fits really beautifully, and I'm going to go over there, but leaving my wings lifted.
Those wings were made to fly, as Little Mix
They
said.
are, yeah. Look at that. It just looks beautiful. And you know, again, you could run it over with a different colour and snip out the butterfly completely and layer it on top to give it an extra floating element. Now, with the one that I've... oh, do you know, I forgot. I was going to add some.
Evelyn says Joe is going to get Debbie in trouble. It's normally the other way round, so it's a refreshing change. Normally Debbie?
Who's
I've called you
Debbie?
Debbie before, do you remember?
I do.
A long
Who's
time
Debbie?
ago. Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie, it's normally Debbie getting me in trouble.
I
Debbie,
never do.
Do you know Debbie, I think, is a mixture of Debbie and Emily. I don't know why. Debbie.
Aww.
So what that's all
Debbie.
about.
I like that. I'm
Do
going to
you?
get... Now, I'm just lifting the wings a little bit with a different colour. So I've gone in with the pink tulip over that lovely pink. You could use a brighter colour, but I don't want to lift it too much. I just want to lift a little bit of the element on the wings, like so. So I'm just popping a little bit of scrap paper underneath. And even though it's coated cardstock, you can still do this, Joe. You can still add it over, but it just gives it an element of a little touch of just a hint of another colour, and again lifts it up. It just gives it that little extra oomph, is the word I'm looking for, oomph. Now, that's that part done. Now we've got that lovely postage. Oh, I adore this. I adore this. I'm going to bring in some craft card, and I'm just going to pop that down because I'm going to have this. I'm going to do it twice. I'm just going to do it once for now, but I'll show you the one that I've already done because I'm going to use it as a base for my box because I'm making a gift box this time, Joe, rather than a card. So we'll pop over the normal combination for a thin metal die, like so, and run that through. I've already made my box. Now, I've done my box 7 inches by 7 inches and then just taken, and if I can remember rightly, I went an inch, yeah, I went an inch in everywhere. But I've just used that with our scoreboard to create my box. But, I just keep looking at this die and thinking of all the different ways that I can use this. And I absolutely love it. It's actually going to act as a base and a lid for my box because a box is a box and we know what a box can look like, but sometimes you want to give it a little bit of an elevation, and that's what I'm going to do. So pop that to one side, but I'm just going to give this a little elevation as well and a pop of colour. Now, I would have used my seal brown with this, but I can't find the seal brown, so I'm just going to go in with Friar Brown over the edge. And it's just, again, to give it that little vintage tone, just add in a little bit of measure. It always looks lovely when you do it on top of craft card. So again, really, really nice. Little touch round the edges, and it just gives it that little lift. And that's what that's the look I was achieving with that vintage tones running through.
Excellent.
Absolutely beautiful. I love this.
Michelle says, I love the big stamp die. Kerry saying, just purchased a large collection, can't wait for it to arrive. Jane says, it's all just stunning. Can't wait to place so many beautiful dies in this collection. There are a lot of dies, aren't there, in this collection? It's sort of it's quite die heavy, but I think that's really nice, especially when it is more embellishment focus, or you know, there's it really is just a gorgeous selection. Now, the team have really outdone themselves in the putting together of this one, and I know it's going to be one of those that isn't hanging around for very long. It's going to go very, very far, and of course we'll bring it back to you multiple times, but it's one of those that will just get smaller and smaller every time that we bring it back to you. Luxury cardstock, 12 by 12 papers, vellum and embellishments. They are what's going the quickest at the moment because people are adding multiples of those into their basket. So if you want them, you want the ability to buy extras of them, today needs to be the day, I would say, because who knows how long we'll be able to keep bringing those to you individually for.
Absolutely. So just popping my base together and just using some glue. And this is when I'm going to pop the... Oh, what did I just do with it? I've just had it in my hand a minute ago. Oh, don't worry. It's a good job I've got one here. It's probably hiding. But I wanted it to give me some elevation. So it gives me that little dimension just by adding onto the bottom. So just on here, I'm going to use some red liner tape for this bit. Let me grab my red liner tape out of my bag. There we go. Let's go with that one. And I'm just going to pop some red liner tape just in, and I'm not going to go right to the very edge, only because the box is slightly smaller than the stamp, and that's why I chose this, because this, again, this die is quite a nice big one. It's 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches, so you can see just how big that is. Have I moved my scissors out of the way, Joe? Do you know my bag? I think I put them back in my bag. I think I put them back in my bag because I was being so organised showing you my bag, and I put them back in there and forgot I need them. Silly me. So again, I'm just going to pop that on, and that's just going to literally... Oh, don't poke yourself, Debbie, at the same time. What am I like? Honestly,
what are you like?
I've done it again,
Have
Joe.
you stabbed yourself?
I did it last week. I did exactly the same
You're
thing.
not gonna
I
bleed on
stabbed
this
myself
project,
with
are
my
you?
pokey tool. I keep forgetting they're a lethal, not lethal tool, because that's the wrong word, but they're sharp. They're meant to be. That's what it is. It's meant to be a sharp implement. I'm just a silly devil.
You're not bleeding, are
so
you?
I'm just going to give that a little wipe, though, because I'm going to end up bleeding all over my project. What am I like? But what I'm just going to do is I've popped some wet glue over the top, Joe, just so that I can position it into place. And I'm going to go all the way around and make sure it's not... Yeah, there we go. That looks fine. And again, I'm just going to pop that down like so. And I'm just going to adhere the glue all the way around like so. Is he coming to the rescue? Do you know what? God love him. He came to the rescue to me last week.
Sorry?
Joe, it's exactly the same. My pokey tool accident. I bet I'm not the only one.
Are you not?
I bet I'm not the only one.
Is
I might
she
be the only one here.
John? Yeah,
Am I
you
the
are
only
the only
one
one. There you are.
The only one here. I bet at home.
Oh,
other
I
people.
see. Yes, at home.
Yes,
No,
I
no.
meant at home, not here. I'm just clumsy. Clumsy should
Should
be
we
my
take a
middle
minute
name.
then? Do you want to take a break
No,
for a
I'm all right,
second,
love,
get yourself
yeah.
fixed up?
No, I'm fine. Look,
All
I'm
right.
just showing you my base.
I just don't want you to bleed on your box.
I promise you I won't bleed on my box because
you,
my little
you
prince-
take a minute. Lots of
Thank
you chatting
you.
away with us at home. Christine says, I just love the whole collection. Amanda Daly says, I love this large butterfly stamp. And Clarice says, I'll be making Mother's Day cards with this collection. Yes, Mother's Day here in the UK, March the... I was looking at John. I thought John would know, but he doesn't. March the... Anyone? March 27th. Thanks, John. And also...
Oh, is it March? That's my little nephew's birthday.
It's in the US, it's different. 8th of May in the US.
Oh, wow.
Australia celebrate it on the US one, I believe. They have the 8th of May too. Or do they have ours? I don't know. I'm sure you know where it is.
Yeah, the 27th of March is our Elijah's first birthday. Oh.
Sorry?
My little Elijah.
Yeah.
So, it's my grandson's because it's my niece. It's my niece's little one. He'll be one.
Wow.
I fancy him having a birthday on Mother's Day. I mean, really. Oh,
It's funny,
dear
isn't
me.
it? Mother's Day changes every year though, doesn't it?
It
'Cause
does,
it's
that's
Mother-
the thing.
it's on
It
the
changes
Sunday, isn't it?
every year, doesn't it? I never understand that, Joe. Never understand that.
Because it's
Now-
always on a Sunday, isn't it?
What, love?
It's always on a Sunday.
Always on a Sunday, yeah. Always on a Sunday.
The one that gets me is the fact that Easter moves. That's the bit I can't get my head
Yeah,
around.
that's the one I never
And it
get.
moves by like quite a lot. It can be very early,
It can
can't
move from a month.
So
it can be sometimes in March or sometimes in
It can be
April.
at the start of March, but as late as the like middle end of April, can't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I
Very
never
strange.
understand that either.
I don't get it. Does anyone know if you can use a stick and spray on cardstock?
Yes, stick
you
and
can.
spray. On stick and spray, not stick and stay. That's repositional. So stick and spray is repositional. So that's like perfect for your stencils.
Okay.
For things that you don't want to stick down
But
permanently.
stick and stay you'd put on
Stick and
cardstock.
stay is the permanent one.
Yeah.
And yes, you can use that on cardstock. Yeah.
Can you stick and spray on cardstock and reposition it, or does that not work so well?
I use it for stencils. I use it for things that I don't want, so like back of my stamps and things like that I don't want to permanently adhere, because it's a repositional one, Joe. Now I've taken some of the I've gone with 6x6 this time and taken one of those patterns. And the difference that I've just done there is I've added a little bit of that pink tulip around the outside to give it that, again, that little vintage warm feel. And I've decorated that before I've popped it on there. Now I've also got myself, and I think, if I remember rightly, there we go, got myself another little piece that sits onto the top. Now I say sits onto the top, it's not going to sit on the top of the box, it's going to sit onto the top of my piece that I cut out, and just gives it that...
You were able to cut that with the die that was included?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you don't have to measure. Brilliant, love that.
I didn't even have to measure, no.
She dies just reminded me, no, Debbie, you're not the only one. Debbie Fisher, do you not remember she had the incident she had where she got the poker tool stuck in her thigh and she had to have a tetanus shot afterwards?
Oh,
do you know
dear
that story?
Lord. Do you
she
know
dropped
Debbie?
it, and as she dropped it, she closed her legs together and it ended up sticking in the side of her, and it was actually hanging out, Debbie. She had to pull it out and then go to the doctors and get a tetanus
dear
shot.
Lord. Just typical of Debbie.
It really is.
It
Did you see Debbie on Ant and Deck?
Did she want Ant and Deck?
So she wasn't on it, but you know the end of the show, I watched it last night, because it was obviously all the drag race cast. You can see her as sat in the audience. Yeah, she's having a lovely time dancing along. It was very good. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't realise she'd done that.
Yeah, the end of the show.
Oh,
she went to see it
amazing.
recorded, obviously Saturday Night Takeaway.
Yes.
And you could see quite a lot in the audience. Where she was sat was just like obviously a good position that you could see her there. If anyone doesn't know, Saturday Night Takeaway is like a big Saturday night how would you describe it? It's like traditional Saturday night telly, isn't it?
It's traditional Saturday night TV with our lovely Ant and Deck. Do you know what? I'm going to lift that with some foam pads, not glue. Yeah, it's our Ant and Deck, who are our much too loved presenters in the UK, who are well loved. I adore them. I really, really do. From the days when they were in Biker Grove to the days when they started singing as PJ and Duncan. PJ and Duncan, and then moving into TV and presenting. Remember when they did the children's one?
Yes,
the Wonky Donkey.
Live?
Yeah, SMTV Live with Cat Dealey. Yeah.
With Cat Dealey.
Yeah.
Who now is huge in the States, apparently.
Yeah, and then literally moving on into being two very much loved presenters, and I could watch them all day long. I don't care how many programmes they're on, I love them. I haven't caught the Saturday night one though, this one, so I want to go and see it, because I've seen the clips and they look amazing. So do you know what happens? Yes. Right, it's all over internet, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I'm putting some wet glue on the back of my foam pads. I do it deliberately because what I like to do is, we know foam pads are really good, but they don't last forever. Over time, especially if you're keeping something, over time they will lose the stickiness. So I pop an extra bit of glue on. Plus, it also gives me the ability to get it into position.
I just love that cream and that ivory together. It's so classy, isn't it?
And that's from that lovely pad. It's from the...
I was going to say cream. It's like a blush pink, isn't it?
Yep.
Beautiful, peachy pink.
And I've got myself a little ribbon, so I'm just going to attach onto my box lid some of the beautiful ribbon again before I actually pop my lid on the top. And again, I'm just going to place that. And again, everything matches so beautifully. And then literally, I'm just going to now position this onto the top. So you're giving yourself a little bit of a dimensional box with this one, Joe. So again, I'm just going to pop some of the red liner tape just over the top of there. And again, it's just because I'm construction too that I like to use red liner tape. And just give that a little, just be careful this time, Debbie, that you don't catch yourself.
Kaz Jones says, I have my mum's birthday and Mother's Day, both on the 27th of March. Then a week later, it's my mother-in-law's birthday. Well, it's going to be an expensive couple of weeks for you, Kaz. Caroline says, Mother's Day is also my birthday this year. I was born on Good Friday, so I think I should have two birthdays like the Queen. And me as well, Caroline. Debbie, you can truly see this is your favourite collection by the items you have made to inspire us. They are all gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, when you have gorgeous collections like this, it's not that difficult, is it? Now, I'm just going to take off my lid for a second because I want to position it, and I'm going to just give that eyeball look. I actually did quite a good job there, to be fair. And just pop that down, and then literally now, again, nice little gift box. And apart from adding a couple more little, and I'll go back to my gems, I'll find my little gems. I'm just going to wiggle that into place. Come on. Ooh, get back off there, you little devil. I'm just realised I've put that the wrong way around. Let's see if I can get that off quickly. There we go, perfect. Because I wanted my bow to be at the front. And then make sure I've got my lid on, position that into place, give it that little stick, and then I'm gonna pop that into there. And then I'm just gonna pop some little gems just going there. Just bear with me a minute while I get, because I put my gems away as well. Joe, what am I like?
All your gems are in your ditto tote.
Yeah, and I'm going to go in, again, I'm using some of the ones that I've got. Oh, now then, what would look nice? Would peach look nice? Or that pink I think would look nice. Let's go with that pink. So I'm going to just pop a couple of those on. And get my little tacky glue. Just pop some going down the centre of his body. And then that will be this one completed as well. So let's pop those gems. Like so.
Really finishes it off, doesn't it, those gems down the centre there.
Yeah.
Devona says I make a lot of boxes. This box will be top of my list. Also, Pat sends paper hugs, says this box is really adorable as well. Very, very busy. Where's the last 2 hours and 40 minutes gone, Debbie? That's what I want to know.
Do you know what? I don't know, because I've got all sorts planned. However, take a little look, and we've got the lovely, apart from a little glue that just needs to dry there in the centre, but yourself a lovely, gorgeous, get something a little bit different, the gift box, because of that postage stamp die. Although, to be fair, the actual title is called The Marvellous Mariposa. And it's just a beautiful collection, but showing you again, not only just in your card making, things like your gift boxes, how beautiful it would look with your gift boxes, using the papers in there, using your ribbons, and using that gorgeous die. You can create something really quite a bit dimensional, a little bit different from your run-of-the-mill gift box. And that's why I love this collection. It's just absolutely stunning. There's so many ways that you're going to be able to use it, and you're going to just get as creative as I've got with them, because they're fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous.
Really
I'm honestly chuffed to bits. And again, I'm going to use that term, the crush grape one, because I love Stu French. I love Stu Francis Crackerjack back when I was a little girl-ish. Little girlish. And I used to love that term. My kids still look at me like I've got two heads when I say it to them. But I was so excited to get hold of this collection and play and get creative and get passionate about all things butterflies, which are beautiful. You know, butterflies, florals, all those kind of things. This collection is screaming out. And they've got that lovely vintage feel to it as well. Those lovely vintage tones running like an underbelly through the whole collection.
There really is, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Did you want to get ready for card of the show, Debbie? We're going to do that in just a second.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Is that all right?
Yeah, no, that's fine, yeah.
Just to recap then, what you can go for, 2 different collections for you. I'm going to take you through all the boards in just a second. 147.99, 184.76. These are the details for the extra pads. You're getting the A4, the 12x12, and the 8x8 vellums as the extras there, which is fantastic. Let me take you back through the boards. Before that, though, let's take you through this paper pad first. Let's start with this 12x12 paper pad. Really, really gorgeous there. As you can see, 36 double-sided sheets, which is fantastic. That is a lot of cardstock. You know, 180 GSM, so really good for building up those mats and layers, which is what, of course, it's perfect for. Packed full of butterflies, as you'd expect. Real vintage tones in there, and lots of lovely floral elements too. You will get that, of course, in the 12x12, and you'll get that in the 6x6. Let's then share with you the luxury cardstock, which is this one just here. So you've got that gorgeous lavender in here. You are getting, of course, 24 sheets with this too, 250 GSM, wonderful ivory, lovely sort of peachy blush pink in there, and that real sort of lovely pistachio green is what that reminds me of. That's your papers. What you'll also get, of course, is the 8x8 vellums too, and again, really stunning quality, 24, 6 designs, 4 sheets of each across these, which is brilliant. So again, it's going to match and complement beautifully all of the artwork which is in the main 12x12 there for you. So definitely grab a hold of that. That's your, so with this collection it's on your screen at the moment, you'll get an extra one of the vellums, an extra one of the 12x12s, and an extra one of the luxury cardstock. Let me just take you through, let me just finish, let me just take you through the dies that you're getting. So you will also get the perfect papillon. That's going to come in here for you. That wonderful kaleidoscope where you've got those double-sided dies as well. You'll get the monarch in here, which is gorgeous. That lovely, marvellous Mariposa that you've just seen Debbie using there. The opulent edge is coming in for you as well. You've got the opulent frames. You will also receive those amazing tags and tickets. I think these are the unsung hero of this collection. You've got beautiful sentiment stamps running all the way through there. You've got beautiful butterflies, which is another great stamp set. And you will get the embossing folder as well, which is a 3D embossing folder. Then we move into the gems and embellishments. So you've got your butterfly charms. You'll get 10 of these, which is great. And they are a real high shine resin charm, which is beautiful. Then you've got these, which are the resin brads. You will get 40 of these. They've got gorgeous little butterfly images on the inside of there. Then you've also got your ribbons in here, and you will also get the lace in there too. All of that comes your way with a great saving of $61.80 or $77 if you want to get your hands on it. $147.99, $184.76 if you are a platinum member. Of course, you'll get free shipping and handling in the US, free postage and packaging here in the UK. We're going to give you an opportunity to check out in a second, but before we do that, we're going to quickly do the card of the show.
I'm glad I'm not having to choose. Because honestly, I would choose all of them because they're just absolutely beautiful. And it's not down to me, it's down to the fact of this collection. So we'll start with that lovely one that we started right back at the beginning with the beautiful butterfly there. So that's number 1. Then number 2 was the double-sided die with the shadow box. That's number 2. Number 3 was the domed featured floating butterfly
I think that's
card.
my fave.
You what, love?
I think that's my favourite.
Is that your favourite? So that's number 3. Then number 4 was the embossing one, number 4. And then number 5, the box. It's still a bit wet, so I'm just going to hold it there just for a second. So number 5. So I'll do those again. That's 5. That's 4.
Beautiful.
That's 3. 2. And 1.
Ooh,
you decide.
Decisions. Get your orders in. Do get your orders in. I'm going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets just a second. Also get voting. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafts Companion over on YouTube. Whilst you place your votes, check out your baskets. Here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Loads and loads of you checking out there. We are coming towards the end of the show. I know Debbie wants to squeeze some more creativity in for us as well. Lots of you still commenting away, letting me know that you are loving all elements of this collection. We've got about 10 minutes left, Debbie. You think we've got time to squeeze in something fabulous at the end?
Can get hold of a heat gun, yes, because I forgot to fetch my heat gun with me, so I need to find a heat gun. Thank you. Yes, I just need a minute, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do the demo without the heat gun. I'm so sorry, Joe.
You could Pat sends Paper Hugs, says could make this into a memory box, be a great idea for that last demo. What a precious box, says Mary Pat. Alicia says greetings from Arkansas. Hi, enjoying the day off watching my favourite channel Crafters TV. Well, it's lovely to have you with us. Lorraine says the papers and vellums are stunning, can't wait to get them. Pat saying such a gorgeous collection, I ordered more paper from it to go in my main bundle. The pearl papers are beautiful, as are all the papers. One can never have too many butterflies in their lives. Beauty on wings. I love that, Pat. Stephanie says, well, I can see this collection combined with all the vintage collections. Yeah, it really does fit well, doesn't it? All the vintage ones will play so beautifully together. Leon says all of Debbie's makes are gorgeous. They have been. Pat says, I vote #1 as best of the show, but all are beautiful. Hard decision. They were all good. I've got a winner, but I'm going to save it to the end. I'm going to tease you. Okay. I'm going to tease you with it. How are we getting on with the heat gun situation?
Nobody's come to my rescue, so I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is, I just would like to know who's pinched the studio heat gun, because the studio heat gun is not here. But I'll tell you what I'll do. Yes, please. That would be really, really.
Yeah, because
useful.
otherwise, it's going to be a very boring last end of the show. It's going to be this next 10 minutes is going to be very, very
yeah,
long,
very
isn't
interesting.
It?
Actually, it wouldn't. I can just switch it up with another demo. But I have got a piece already done, so I'll just show you how to do it, just in case you're unaware. But I'm just trying to find. Just bear with me a second, Joe. Let me bring in the ink pad. Now I'm going to use this fabulous set, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'll bring it back in because it is called the Monarch die set. This one. It's
Excellent.
not just a die set though. It's the most amazing stamp. Look at the size of this stamp.
It's huge, isn't it?
It is huge, and it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the detail on those wings. It's absolutely stunning, Joe. It really is. And then you've got the die to be able to create on the edge. Now, for this first one, I'm just going to show you, and if I haven't got the heat gun, I'm not going to worry, because I have got a piece at the side of me that I've actually done. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ink. Oh, she's an angel. She's an absolute angel. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to place this. I want to make sure I've got it in the right place. So let's position my stamp onto there. That's it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Producer Georgina. She is a woman of many talents. And found me a heat gun, which is just perfect. So I'm going to use the sticky ink for this particular one, and I've got myself some white embossing powder as well. So I'm going to give this a good coverage. Now this is a huge stamp. So for me, I would be using a platform along the size of the 8x8 with a magnetic base, just because it's such a huge stamp. I think to get that precision stamping, this particular platform is the best one to use. So
yeah,
I'm just going to give that a good coverage all over, Joe, and then literally take that and give it a good stamp. Push that down and make sure you've got all the areas covered. You can tell when you lift it off whether or not you've missed any. So if I just lift that up a second and have a little close peek, I've just missed a tiny little bit off this wing here. So I'm going to go back down and I'm going to literally just pop that back in and re-stamp over. And that will give me now that better, precise piece like that. Oh, it just looks beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now throw on the white embossing powder. Now, normally, because I'm rushing, because it's getting towards the end of the show, normally I would have run an anti-static bag over there. And it's not like I haven't got one, Joe, because I have. I've got an anti-static bag, I've just forgot to do it. So use your anti-static bag so it stops it from sticking everywhere. And then just give that a little tap. It's not going to help because I've got the fan on. Oh, look at that. I can see, can you see there? So again, I'm just going to go over that little end. See, I missed a little area. That'll do, that'll do. And then you're going to heat set it. So I'm just going to pour mine back into my pots before I knock it absolutely everywhere. Plus I've got a fan on because I'm so warm. It's going to blow everywhere, but we'll get away with it. We'll get away with it. Let's just go back in there. And then just heat set that with my heat tool. So again, now what this does is creates that embossed feature to it. So I'm going to do that and create that all over. And we're going to heat set that. And then we'll do a little bit of a resist technique over the top. How are we doing for time?
We have got about 5 minutes left on the demo.
About 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes left on the demo, I'd say, yeah.
That's
Yolanda has saved this live for later. Really good idea. You'll be able to watch this back whenever you like. If you want to come back, obviously make a note of when the launch day was somewhere. And then when you get your products home, you'll be able to come back and watch us back and recreate all of the fabulous demonstrations that Debbie has done for us. Remember, we're not done for the day. We've got about 5 minutes left on this show, but then myself and Debbie will be back with you at 6 p.m. Here in the UK. That's 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. For, of course, Monday Makers, that one show of the week where we maybe get a little bit more in-depth for you as well. So make sure you join us for that. It's going to be an awesome show. We will have Belle Countryside on the show. We've got Debbie's, guessing now second favourite collection, the Masquerade collection. It's been relegated by the looks of it.
I love
so that
one.
will all be happening 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. So make sure you come and see that.
Right, I'm just going to give my counter just a little wipe down, Joe, so like so. And all I've done is I've trimmed this down. I'm trying to get rid of all my powder because I don't want to get that on there. But what it does is heat set it, and it gives it that lovely, and I don't know if you can you see there, if I just bend it like that? Perfect. It gives that coverage all the way across there, and that's just by heat setting it, and then we can take our inks into it and create that resist technique. So I've gone with Oasis and Topaz, green Topaz this time. So I'm going to go in and I'll bring in, I've got regardless of my ink pad there, but I'm just going to show you that lovely, and it just doesn't half give it
Oh,
a
I love
beautiful,
this, Debbie. It's like magic.
Honestly, it is. It's like, do you know those where you reveal that? I just think it's just fantastic. It really is. And I'm going to go in all over. I've got different colours on here from this pad, but doesn't matter because it's kind of the colour tone that I wanted, so I'm all right with that. I think there's a little bit of parakeet on here, but you can see just how fabulous that looks and just resists off that butterfly. Look how gorgeous that looks. Absolutely stunning. I'll go in with my green Topaz around the edges just to give it a little dimension, plus vintage it up a little bit. That green Topaz is a really lovely colour theme that matches quite beautifully with the papers. And again, let's just take that around. Have we got some green? We have got the green, haven't we, in the collection? Yeah, it looked beautiful on that green. And again, I'm just going to go in all the way around.
Really can build that up, can't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that is all I needed to do with that, Joe, because I think that just looks absolutely beautiful, and it's giving it a real warm vintagey feel. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to bring in my papers, and I've chosen, and that's the reason why I chose that kind of colour. I think it just lifts it and matches it quite well. So I'm going to use some all-purpose glue. John, fetch you a new one.
Karen Albright watches the shows back on a VR headset. Says it's like being at a movie theatre.
A VR
She wears a headset and watches our shows back on a VR headset.
Oh, that
Can you
sounds
imagine? So
quite.
it's like filling your whole field of vision. Me and you filling someone's field of vision. Scary, isn't it?
That's a bit scary. Oh, I wouldn't want to fill anybody's vision. Now, lovely thing about this is the die that it comes with. So it does mean that you can just take the die off, and I'll try and get it off without taking off at sellotape because I know what I'm like. But it does mean that if you wanted to use it on the edge of a card, Joe, that's exactly what you could do. And you're simply going to match it up to the right side. So left-hand side, right-hand side, to be able to create a feature. And I'll just show you that that's exactly what I did with this one on this panel. Using those same colours, but only doing it on half of there. And I took the die and cut it to create that lovely little feature. So that's exactly what I've done. The same technique that I've just done with the fun one, but on and a half one. And it depends on the kind of fold. The size of the card that I actually used for this was 7.5 inches by 5 inches. And I've scored it at, and I'll give you the measurements, is 3 inches and 6.5 inches to create that fold. Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put my little piece, let's get all my bits together, Joe, just bear with me a second.
Debbie, we're nearly out of time. Did you want to pause this and come back to it? In the later show, or do you want to try and finish it? We've only got 2 minutes left.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do, Joe, is I'll just show you how I put it together. So, literally, for this particular card, all I've done is joined the two panels together in the background, added a little strip like so.
Nice.
And then literally just popped on one of the, and it's butterflies appear when loved ones are near. Added one of the little resins, but that's that fold there is exactly what I've just done, but I've attached it to the back like so, and it creates that lovely fold back. But it also means you can match it up so it gives you that illusion that you've done it on the full feature, like so.
Rather than that one. Yes,
and
so clever.
Yeah, it's really, so that's all that is. And literally all those panels I've added on. I've added some pearls, I've added that little gem on, I've added Just For You into there, and just matched all the cardstock. That's all I've done with it, Joe. And it gives you that illusion that it's halfway, but that's the ability, having those dies enables you to create that. So again, absolutely fabulous.
Demo of the show, Debbie. Number three.
Number 3. Oh, the dome.
The
dome. Oh, Joe, that's your favourite.
Yeah, my favourite. So happy with that. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? Right, Debbie, we will be having a little bit of feature of this, won't we, in our Monday Makers show? Because it's been so busy, we think we might have a little sprinkle of this in that show.
Definitely.
Massive thanks to Debbie. Don't forget to check out your baskets. It's very, very busy over on the website. The one with the extra papers is still far and away the most popular option. Remember, you're all going to get free shipping and handling, free postage and packaging on that larger collection. So definitely snap it up, and especially if you want to be able to get your hands on the entirety as well. Myself and Deb will be back with you for Monday Makers in an hour's time. So 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. if you are across on the West Coast. Make sure you come and join us for that. We'll feature this collection again. We'll also see Bell Countryside, Masquerade Ball's going to be there as well. We're going to have a cuppa, a bit of a sit down and some dinner, and we will see you back here in precisely 1 hour's time. See you then. Take care.